appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock. It's 3:01 on a Tuesday afternoon edition of the show. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in as we have a doozy of a Tuesday lined up for you here today on the program. Man, what a run by Oklahoma, culminating in a national championship. Maybe the flukiest of fluky national championships, or just postseason runs, period.
Coastal had a pretty good run like that a few years back.
That was just an underdog run.
Yeah.
Like, they were good in their league.
No, this was.
They were 14. Like, we were objectively a better team than Oklahoma this season.
This is just, clearly the team gets on a heater.
And they didn't just win. They laid waste to the college baseball field.
Yeah. You just ride the wave, man. It's good to be them. It sucks to be everybody else. Right.
That's why Oklahoma's really gotten under your skin, I've noticed, in the postseason for some reason, Bob.
Who, me?
Yeah, it felt like.
Oh, no. I think it's kind of impressive, honestly. It's I wish it was not them and rather us, but
you're just a little jelly.
Yeah,
a little jelly.
It's
okay.
It's more jealous.
A little jelly with your peanut butter.
I mean,
jealous.
There's really nobody on that team that bothers me. That they got some.
That Taki guy just looks just like Shane Gillis.
Yeah, I was going to say Dayton Taki. What a name. He's the guy who put Georgia Tech out, I believe. He hit like a grand slam or something.
Again, it's not like they had an easy path.
No.
They went through Georgia Tech, they went through Georgia, they went through North Carolina. I mean,
did you all watch quite a bit? Because I'll be honest, from the moment Tennessee got knocked out, I didn't watch a bit of it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
I enjoyed it, man. I love that sport. It's pretty fun. It was much more. It's been sad before. Like last year, watching LSU win, that hurts. That stung.
I think it would have been tough to watch if Georgia was in
that
the
would have
final.
been brutal.
Yeah,
that would have been absolutely brutal. Don't know if I could have done it.
Yeah,
like when LSU was winning, I wasn't watching the games as much as just sort of keeping up with them and pulling against them, but I couldn't watch that. I don't think I could have watched Georgia. I watched that, man. I had that on, and it was like 7-2 at one point, and you're thinking, well, stranger things have happened. Like North Carolina get hot, then it's 9-2, and you're like, well, this is pretty much done. And what did it end up being, like 13 or 14?
I want to say,
was it just 12?
I
mean, it was double digits.
It was 11 or 12.
It was a beatdown, man.
Yeah. To put it in perspective, I went and ended up watching. My wife was watching WNBA. I went and watched some of that with her in the other room. There was a semi-fight. So that was. Yeah.
So you weren't up late watching Algeria and Jordan?
That would be a no. Sorry.
It's a fun game, man.
I will admit the WNBA, the way those gals play, is it just me? Me and Reed have talked about this before because he pointed out to me, and then I watched a little bit of it and figured out he was right. WNBA games more closely resemble 80s NBA as far as
what the hell are you talking about right now?
Well,
they'll throw down. You obviously don't watch
physicality.
It. Yeah,
no, I don't.
It's petty, man. I'll tell you that, and then it leads to that's what their whole MO has been since Caitlin Clark came into the league. Is like, let's rough her up. Let's just show her what it's going to be like.
Who's the most obstinate here, Walker, about proudly declaring that they don't watch something? Bear saying that he hasn't watched a bit of baseball since Tennessee's season ended. Bob saying that he does not watch the World Cup or much of it anyway, outside the Americans, or me declaring the WNBA is where I draw the line. I'll watch just about anything if there's competition on there, but sorry, not watching women's professional basketball.
I mean, I side with Bear. I really didn't watch much of the College World Series after we got eliminated, frankly, because the NBA was going on and then the World Cup started. So, I mean, probably Bob not watching the World Cup is the biggest fault of all three of those.
Because
Bob, say something. Young Walker's calling you out there.
Well-known sports junkie Bob Baskerville. Got to have it.
I'm not apologizing.
I'm not asking for an apology.
Anybody who's gonna criticize me for not watching Jordan against Algeria, I got nothing for you, man. I really don't know.
I tell you what, man, I'm looking forward to. I got my parlay today. I've already got Portugal 5-0 winners over Uzbekistan.
The Uzbekis.
I've got England winning over Ghana, which I think is going to happen. That starts in an hour. And then I've got Croatia over Panama, which is an interesting game, Bob, because a lot of people don't realize that that was originally going to be the title of the Van Halen song, Croatia. Croatia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. But it'd be my second 3-leg parlay in a row. Wow. Just call me Russell wins a lot of bets.
See, here's the other thing, and John Reed would tell you this. Mm-hmm. There's a path to winning pretty easy money on wagering on WNBA games. Probably a lot easier than the World Cup stuff.
Yeah, that's not, but then you have to pay attention to the WNBA, which is, again, that's just a problem for me.
I don't mean that as a sexist comment.
Yeah. Big news today in the world of hoops. We got our guy, Kevin Sweeney from SI Now, Basket Under Review, coming up here just a little bit. Nate Amont's ship comes in tonight. It's the NBA draft. But the big story we wake up to, Giannis headed to Miami. And a lot of people I see were our old pal Jimmy coaching shorts.
Yeah, he's getting involved, right?
He's back in. Well, he can't not be involved, man. I mean, hey, man, if you're going to inherit your daddy's business and become a billionaire just by virtue of who you were born to, a lot of people would probably just take the money and go to the beach or whatever. My man's out there getting involved, man. He wants to have his hands on things. He's making moves. He's making decisions. I kind of get it. Like what, and obviously I'm being a bit facetious here. Jimmy Haslam's track record of meddling in his sports teams is not good.
True.
But if his thing was, look, we're in Milwaukee, Jaylen Brown is not going to re-sign a long-term deal. I don't want to go through what I've just gone through with Giannis again with Jaylen Brown. I get that. You can't move this team to a better city than Milwaukee. Yeah. I mean, I guess he could, but that would be a
2 first-round picks were kind of hard to. I felt like
I get where he's coming from.
They got 2 first-round picks coming from Miami too, just later. That's all. And a lot of players, that they can possibly keep.
They got a championship out of him. I mean,
no. I was going to say, I mean, you're saying they got a
couple. Yeah, they won. Yeah, what 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah. You're talking about the Bucks, right? Yeah. They won in 21. And so and I actually, I think I understand the logic. I do. I know some people disagree with that, but I actually kind of agree with the logic of what Haslam's doing for the reasons you were just saying too. I mean, Jaylen Brown's not going to stay. That's like a 1-year rental. These other guys may stay. Tyler Hero may actually be trade capital for them. even though he's a Milwaukee kid. He's
maybe the most punchable face of all time.
Yeah.
He is a Milwaukee kid?
Yeah, he's from
Really?
Milwaukee. Yeah, it's hometown.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
Nobody can guard me. That's that guy, right?
I'm a bucket. That's what he would tell everybody.
I just remember him belling out something when he was, and then one of our guys proceeded to shut him down for the rest of the game.
He liked to run his mouth.
Yeah, he did. But well, and it'll be interesting when we talk with Sweeney. I think this kind of gives us a little more clarity too on what's going to happen with Nate. I think Nate's going to end up in Milwaukee now. They've got 2 picks in the lottery now, so I think that's his landing spot for sure at this point. That's my prediction.
NBA draft is tonight. Saw a social media post where Rick Barnes and the entire Tennessee men's basketball coaching staff on the private jet to New York tonight for the draft to support Nate Ament, as he will become Rick Barnes' 5th first-round pick since he's been here, and that's all in the last, I guess, 6 or 7 years now. But quite a run for Tennessee basketball. Of course, we'll be interested to see what happens with Jacoby Gillespie and Felix Okpara. We'll talk to Kevin Sweeney about all that coming up here in just a few minutes. And then in hour number 2, our old pal Ryan Shumpert stops by to talk. We'll get his thoughts on Nate Ament as well. But as Tennessee baseball offseason continues to be interesting, Tennessee getting a commitment last night from Jake McCoy. Left-handed pitcher from South Carolina, had Tommy John surgery in January. So he won't be available until January at the earliest. Tommy John, notoriously fickle, takes anywhere from 12 to 18 months. That's a big variation there to come back from. So it could be anywhere from he's ready to go at the very beginning of the season to he doesn't pitch at all, if he even makes it to campus, because he's a significant draft risk. And we talk about the NBA draft being an inexact science. What about the baseball draft? Because I'm reading about this kid today, Bob, and he's got like a 6 or 7 ERA in his 2 years at South Carolina. He has a losing record. He had one good run in the Cape last summer. He blows out his UCL in January, but he had it was like 7 innings or something that he pitched in the Cape. And this guy's like, oh my God, this guy's fantastic. Despite the poor numbers he put up at South Carolina, now all of a sudden, he's probably going to get drafted. He's probably 50-50 at best that he makes it to campus. This on the heels of Ricky Ojeda, another 50-50 proposition with the draft coming up. You've got Trosclair, who's coming off his own arm injury that may or may not be ready to start the season. Again, not pressing the panic button. There's plenty of time for Josh Elander to put his class together. He's already got a solid base on this roster. But I'm looking at these pieces that we're bringing in, and it's hard for me to get excited about it because, A, I don't even know if they're going to be here, first of all, and B, a couple of guys coming off major arm injuries.
Yeah, I was trying to put that through my head. Like, how does it feel different than like last year when we had Tony running things? Because you still had a lot of guys who were going to be eligible.
Yeah, I think we got 4 transfer portal commitments that ended up going pro and never signed here.
Yeah, so I guess I don't think it's that much different, although the one aspect of it that you just mentioned were guys that are coming off of, being out on the lam or on the bench for a season because of surgery, right? That's the part that is the great unknown. And so even if like, for example, one of them, Taylor, like you just said, is draft eligible, even if he doesn't get drafted, you're still not 100% sure on what you're going to get. That's the part that's tough.
I mean, some of it's intriguing. Like both Ojeda and McCoy would love to have them on the. I mean, they sound like talents.
Yeah,
but it's just hard to bank on that. And it also, I mean, I don't want to say this is part of the reason Tony left. Tony left because it's Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
but he was frustrated, and he voiced it on our show numerous times. Just the calendar. It's the same thing that football and basketball coaches talk about. I think it's the worst for baseball.
Yeah.
Because you've got to put your roster together now, knowing that you're taking commitments from guys who probably aren't going to come. now you've got this 34 scholarship number to play with, and I don't even know how you manage that. You almost have to oversign and then hope you're in the position of cutting somebody, as opposed to, well, we had 35 guys or 36 guys, and 3 or 4 of them went to the Major League Baseball draft. They signed, and now we've only got 31, 32 guys. Like, where are you going to find guys late to add after the draft? I don't know, man. That's really difficult. But I guess that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yes.
As we say in the trade. Ryan Shumpert coming up, hour number 2. We'll get his thoughts on just how to make sense of all of that. And the Tennessee basketball, a lot of hoops talk on the show today. Schedule is pretty much set going forward, and we'll roll through the Tennessee schedule and what it means.
As a season ticket holder, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's a good looking home slate.
Both conference and non-conference.
Yeah.
I didn't see the non-conference. I just saw the conference ones.
We will go through it coming up here over the course of the next 3 hours as we scratch the surface of what should be a humdinger of a program. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Kevin Sweeney of SI Now and Basket Under Review coming up next.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
It's official. It's summer. And how does East Tennessee do summer? With your Knoxville Smokies, of course. Only 5 homestands remaining. So if you haven't been to a game yet, what are you waiting for? Next week is a huge week with all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday, Friday fireworks, and then Saturday, we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday. America's favorite pastime and fireworks. Is there a better way to celebrate? And come meet Bluey on Sunday. Don't miss the fun. Get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Aaron Walker through the glass this afternoon in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios, and pleased to be joined by Kevin Sweeney of SI Now and Basket Under Review, live from the NBA Draft in New York City. Good afternoon, Kevin. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Hey, we're doing very well, and we want to get your thoughts on the draft tonight and where our boy Nate Ament is going to line up. But first, you got to get your thoughts on the news of the day in the NBA, the sports world in general. Huge move, a huge star, Giannis Antetokounmpo, moving from Milwaukee, where he won an NBA title with the Bucks in 2021, down to Miami. A lot of players, a lot of picks going back and forth. Your thoughts on the outcome there and who won the trade?
Yeah, I think in the NBA, almost always the team that gets the superstar wins the trade, and it's up to the team that's getting rid of the elite player to nail the draft picks, and that starts tonight for Milwaukee, obviously with 10 and 13, and hopefully developing some of these younger guys that they added in this trade as well, Khalil Ware, Kasper Giacchionis, etc. But yeah, if you're Miami, the opportunities to get a guy like Giannis are few and far between. It doesn't happen often. So when you have the opportunity to do it, you take it. You pair him with Bam Adebayo. You have a great defensive infrastructure already in place. Got to find some shooting, but I think if you're Miami, you're pretty happy with how this went down. Even if this is your all-in move now, they've pretty much used all their assets. They've traded all their young players, traded all their future picks. It's time to win now with this group.
Hey, Kevin, appreciate you joining us. As always, I know it's a busy, busy time for you, but on that whole note, let's segue into the draft tonight, because one of the things I believe, based on what I saw as the outcome of this draft, here in Tennessee, we've been paying close attention to all these mock drafts and all the projections. I know a lot of it's just conjecture to some degree, but we still cling to it, and we're curious about what it means for Nate Ament, right? And there's a lot of projections that have him going to 10, some to 12, some that had him right outside the lottery. But now that the Bucks have two first-round lottery picks at 10 and 13, and as a matter of fact, I think in your latest mock you have Nate Ament going to the Bucks at 10. It feels pretty safe, I think, that maybe Nate Ament's going to land within the lottery. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would certainly expect him to go in the lottery. I think his the odds of him landing in Milwaukee certainly went up with the Giannis trade becoming official. I think he makes more sense if they're in more of a rebuild mode. The willingness to kind of ride the wave with him early, allow him to get reps, gain experience. I think you saw his growth throughout the season at Tennessee. You'll continue to see that in the NBA. He's certainly a higher upside guy than a lot of the other players in that range. It's possible he could go earlier. I know Brooklyn really likes him at 6. I've heard New Orleans and a few other teams are very interested in trading up. So could they end up in the 8 to 9 range? But yeah, I would say 6 to 10 is probably the most likely kind of range for Nate. And then if he falls below that, it won't be too far. I think certainly a lottery pick.
Talking with Kevin Sweeney of SI Now and Basket Under Review. Kevin, I've not kept up with the NBA draft, the mocks and all that as closely as Bob, and certainly you have. Who's the number one? Is it DeBonsa versus Peterson, or has that been decided yet as far as who goes number one overall?
Yeah, the Wizards have done a great job of keeping things close to vest. There's at least some uncertainty. I think it's fair to say that AJ is the favorite, and rival executives believe that AJ DeBonsa is the likely number one pick. But Darren Peterson very much in play. The Wizards have done a ton of work on him in the last weeks and months in trying to wrap their head around a bumpy season at Kansas. Obviously, the talent incredible. I believe, and I know a lot of people in the NBA believe he's the best guard to come into the league since Cade Cunningham, potentially even before that. So, yeah, expect those guys to go 1-2, AJ 1 to Washington, Darren number 2 to the Jazz. But the door is open for Darren at 1, and the door is open for Cam Boozer at 2. We'll see how that shakes out. And if it goes as planned, you'd expect Boozer at 3 to the Grizzlies, and then Caleb Wilson, the clear fourth choice, to Chicago at 4. That's the expectation, but things have a way of blowing up right around the draft as things have shown in the past.
Did I see a story a week or so ago that Peterson had met with the Wizards and said that he wasn't going to meet with anybody else? He was only going to meet with the number one overall team. How did that did happen, Bob?
I believe so. Kevin, did you hear the same?
He ended up interviewing with the Jazz over the weekend.
Okay.
He didn't want to work out outside of Washington, and that's, understandable. These guys tend to kind of play the game a little bit and mess around, try to manipulate their draft stock as best they can. But Utah essentially drafted Ace Bailey a year ago, with Ace Bailey loudly announcing he did not want to go to Utah. So they're not immune to this, and Darren has been a lot more open throughout the process than Ace was a year ago.
Two names that I want to get your take on, because it feels like they're kind of volatile. They're going to be certainly high lottery picks, but we're sitting here talking about Peterson and his situation, and you've got Mikael Brown going at number 6 to the Nets, and I've seen him even going possibly as high as number 5. And this is a guy who missed a lot of games due to an ailing back. And I'm just curious in that regard, what you think. Obviously, you think he's going to go high enough. The other one, a lot of people love Darius Acuff, and some saying, God, if you had like the 4th pick, you should take Darius Acuff. But then I read somewhere where he was saying, and I think you've got him projected going to Sacramento, but because I've also heard he likes the Sacramento organization. Are these guys, do you feel that it's safe to say both of those wouldn't go any lower than those numbers, and could one of them sneak up and be a little higher?
I do think the top 4 is relatively set. It'd be a surprise if any of the point guards went above that top 4 group. And then from there, it is this interesting run of guys, right? It's Keaton Wagler, it's Acuff, it's Mikael Brown, and then Kingston Flemings. And how those shake out, I think, is still somewhat of a mystery. The conventional wisdom is that Wagler goes 5 because he fits best with the Clippers, less so like, he's clearly more talented than the others. He fits well with the Clippers, who already have another small guard in Darius Garland. Wagler's the biggest of the group at 6'5", can play off the ball a little bit more. Whereas Acuff, he's going to be a challenging one to build around because of his size, because of the defense that has really struggled. Sacramento, who can really put their entire team building vision of around him and him be the face of the franchise, I think has made sense. And there's a relationship there. His father played for Scott Perry, the general manager of the Kings, when Scott Perry was the head coach at Eastern Kentucky. So that's what's talked about there. I would be surprised if Brown slips out of the top 8, but he probably has the wider range of that group. But yeah, I think worst case he would go either 8 to Atlanta, 9 to Dallas, or someone would trade up in that range. I think that's probably the floor.
Okay, to fan this out a little bit more, 2 years ago we watched it firsthand here, where Dalton Connect, it felt like was a surefire lottery pick. He ended up slipping, I think, to 17 to the Lakers. Do you see anybody who's got that kind of volatility? I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming. So I guess maybe it's not easy to follow a cue like that, but is there anybody that you see that it wouldn't surprise you that they might be projecting in the top 10 or in the lottery, but it could end up slipping a lot further?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of parallels there between him and Yaxel Lendeborg, who will be 24 when he makes his NBA debut this fall. Dalton, again, I think similar concerns, as he was an older prospect and people didn't know about the upside. And so Yax, I think, has a pretty wide range. I think coming into the pre-draft process, people kind of viewed him as a lottery pick. Now, I would be a little surprised if he goes in the lottery. I mocked him 15 to the Bulls. I think that's a decent bet for him to land there. But, if the Bulls don't take him, or if, Morez Johnson's on the board for the Bulls, who I know they really covet, maybe he slips. And it wouldn't shock me if he gets past 15. Does he get picked at 18 by Charlotte? Does he roll down to the early 20s? That it could be a long wait for Yax. I think that's one that I'm circling. And then LeBaron Filon's another guy with a very wide range. You could tell me he's 13 to the Bucks. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But if the Bucks don't take him at 13, he could be into the 20s. There's just so many point guards in this class. I mentioned the 4 in the top 10. Yeah. Also Bennett Sturts, Christian Anderson. There's a ton of options. And so someone of that group's likely to fall. I think Filon, the conventional wisdom, he is the most likely to slip if someone does.
What about our boy Jacoby Gillespie and Felix Akpar? I know I'm asking you to go way down the board probably, but obviously a lot of interest in those two here in Knoxville. Do you see those guys getting drafted?
Yeah, I think particularly Jacoby is a great chance. He was great at the Combine. It's very impressive. I think he'll definitely be a second rounder. The back half of the second round will be heavily negotiated two-way deals. So guys essentially agree ahead of time to only take a two-way contract, and that gets them drafted. So with Felix, it's to me a little harder to predict. He may not want one of those arranged deals. He may want to see if he can get a full guaranteed contract out of summer league. That's a possibility. So I think both have good chances to hear their names called, but it wouldn't shock me if one went undrafted. And again, the second round has really changed here in the last couple of years, and the value of those picks has really dropped.
So that's interesting. So if we rewind, I didn't realize that some of these conversations about two ways go on even before the pick happened. So is it safe to say last year when Jemai Mashak went with the last pick in the second round, there was maybe a preliminary conversation like that with Jemai?
Yes, definitely. That tends to be how those are. There's some exceptions to that, but at this point, if you're getting picked in the 50s, there was probably a conversation at a time of like, what is the expectation contract wise? And hey, like, we will make you the 54th pick, let's say, but you need to take a two-way. And if not, then we're probably going to go a different direction with the pick. And and that's okay, right? Like, we're not going to hold it against you if you feel like you have a chance to get a guaranteed deal. You want to ride that out elsewhere. But yeah, that's the job of the agents here in the next next 24 hours, really, to get a sense of their client's market, see if they have a real chance of a roster spot somewhere. And if not, try to get one of those negotiated two ways, which can be a draft pick or can be, right after the draft and undrafted free agency.
That's it. That's really interesting. Yeah. It's kind of like, the end of the NFL draft. We talk about that sometimes. Would you rather go somewhere in the 7th round and be locked into that team, or just not be drafted and then be able to pick, amongst 3 or 4 teams that might be, offering you a undrafted free agent deal, and you get to pick the franchise that has, less competition at your position?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's changed a lot. And again, I think, guys see the opportunity. Look, no one wants a two-way deal anymore, unless you're a graduating senior, because you're making more in college basketball, right? You make like $600,000 on a two-way. I mean, there's guys in like the Atlantic 10 that make more than that. So if you're a high-level player, if you're in the mix to be drafted, you're making 7 figures in college. So it really is much more for the older guys. And a lot of it now is how can you find a way to make sure you end up in the best possible situation when you start your career.
Okay, so another story that I guess has some through lines to what's going on with the draft tonight is what broke yesterday with Dusty May leaving Michigan, presumably, to go be the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. And the first thing that came to mind for me was the guy you mentioned a few minutes ago, Yaxel Lendeboard, thinking, man, if he ends up going to Dallas, is that where Lendeboard goes? Except Dallas has the number 9 pick, which feels a little high. And I'm not as connected as you, but I certainly also heard the possibility that there might be the chance they might, create some sort of trade down scenario with Oklahoma City, maybe get to that Oklahoma City 17 pick. All that to say, I know that's, again, very provisional, but what are your thoughts on Dusty May and the assimilation to the NBA game at this point? We're seeing some similarities to what happened in college baseball here with Tony Vitello leaving Tennessee last season to go to the majors and be the manager of the San Francisco Giants. Pretty big move.
Yeah, huge, right? And huge credit to Dusty. The rise from FAU to the Dallas Mavericks in 36 months is sort of remarkable, and he's earned it, obviously. The success he had at Michigan and even before that is impressive. I think what I would say with Dusty is his temperament and his personality really fits the NBA. He's very calm. He can, he's an elite leader, but doesn't need to raise his voice to do so. I think he's someone that can gain respect of the players in the NBA, which is very difficult to do. I think we talked a couple of years ago when Dan Hurley and the Lakers rumors were all over the place. Like, how would Dan Hurley fit the NBA? I don't know if there's any concern that Dusty May can fit in the modern NBA, and I think he's certainly a sharp basketball mind. Obviously, a big adjustment in kind of your role. So much of college and so much of why he was successful at Michigan was roster building and roster construction. He won't be as involved in that with Dallas. But look, I think Dallas wanted Dusty because, number one, he's a great player developer, and they thought he was someone that could help Cooper Flagg get to the next level, become a superstar, but also that he could, have input in building the roster and putting the right pieces around Cooper. And whether that's some of the Michigan guys you mentioned, Yax, I think Adai Mara and Morez Johnson could also be realistic options at 9. or it's just guys they draft. I mean, obviously, Dusty has a great familiarity with college. They played against Braden Burries in the Final Four. He's an option at 9. They played against a lot of the best players, and so he has some familiarity, but they've got a great front office. I mean, Masai Ujiri obviously won a championship in Toronto. Mike Schmitz, the new general manager, worked at Draft Express and was one of the first people to discover, if you will, Victor Wembanyama. He's been doing great work in Portland the last couple of years and finally gets to be a GM. So they've got a great group, and it won't be just Dusty making those decisions, but I certainly think they're set up for success, and having Cooper as a building block certainly helps.
Talking with Kevin Sweeney of SI Now and Basket Under Review. He's up in New York where the NBA draft gets underway this evening. Kevin, last thing for me, speaking of Dusty May, what's next for Michigan? Do you think they go the interim route for an entire season, or can they coax Billy Donovan or another big name to take that job here in the middle of the offseason?
I think if there's a move at Michigan right now, it would be to Josh Schertz, who is not only, the best non-power coach on the market right now, but also has strong ties to Dusty. They're very, very close. They spent a lot of time together over the years. And so I think if there's a move, it would be to Schertz. But my expectation is that within the next 48 hours, we'll have an official announcement that Mike Boynton will coach the team this year, play for continuity, hope that this roster can succeed at a super high level. And then you can evaluate your options in, next March, whether that's you're giving Boynton a permanent contract, going after Schertz, who will be available. And, if not, there's a ton of other options. Maybe some guys, sitting high major coaches, a guy like a TJ Otzelberger, for instance, is he more open to the job in March than he would be in late June?
And I am a big Josh Schertz fan. We've probably talked about that before. I was of the belief, because I had heard something similar, I was just of the belief that wasn't Michigan in their own mind aiming high enough. So I think that might speak more to what you hear in your circles about how highly regarded Josh Schertz really is.
Yeah, he certainly is well respected, and I think again, him and Dusty not only are very well connected and well acquainted with one another, but are sort of similar personalities and view the game very similarly. They've had similar rises. Again, guys who kind of grinded their way up the food chain in college basketball, and Dusty got to Michigan from impossible, and it would help that Schertz, I'm sure, to make that type of Final Four run that Dusty had. But you have to remember, that was quite the butterfly effect. They nearly lost that game to Memphis in the first round when they made the Final Four. They needed a lucky bounce here or there that got them through that one, and then all of a sudden you're in the Final Four and your star turns in a way that maybe doesn't otherwise. So I think that certainly the national perception of Josh Schertz in basketball circles is extremely strong, and he'll have options whether it's Michigan or otherwise here in the coming years.
Okay, last question for me, and this is relatively new news, and this is the report that the NCAA's new 5-year eligibility rule has been passed, so to speak, and it looks like it's going to happen with certain applications to age limits, et cetera. But then Ross Dellinger just reported in the last half hour that talked with some attorneys who said they are planning to file legal action on behalf of more than 50 basketball players seeking a 5th season in light of this ruling. Just to add a little more chaos, right, to college sports. That I just don't see how that can. This is just an opinion discussion now, Kevin. I just don't see how that can really happen. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, look, I won't rule out anything in the courts. We saw with the Sorcery ruling, it seems pretty inconsistent. But I just find it funny, the same lawyers who have spent the last, many years suing the NCAA on eligibility cases, specifically stating that the process was too arbitrary, that there were too many waivers, that, guys were getting, certain guys were getting extra years and certain guys weren't. Now, the entire sport goes to the exact same standard. There's no waivers, there's no exemptions, there's no red shirts. You get 5 years, play as much as you want, little as you want. We don't care. Now we're going to sue because but the timing of putting that in is arbitrary. Everything's arbitrary. The world is arbitrary. Sorry, guys. No one is losing eligibility from going through this process. You either get your 4 years you would have always had, or you might benefit and get one extra if you haven't redshirted already. And then moving forward, everyone will operate under the same playing field. To me, it seems like a no-brainer that they should be able to win this, but who knows? And again, I think the NCAA has dragged their feet on this deliberately to try to get more guys to essentially move on, right? The draft's today and tomorrow. A lot of these players will get picked here tomorrow. They'll say, look, maybe I could sue and try to, squeeze another $1 million in college basketball, but it's time for me to go be a pro and try to limit the impact of this, even if some of these lawsuits are successful. Because I think long term, the NCAA wanted to be in this 5-year space. I think it makes a lot of sense for the future. The rollout was always going to be bumpy. We'll see how that goes in the courts.
Hey, Kevin, really appreciate the time. Know you're a busy man. Appreciate you jumping on with us, man. Thanks. We'll do it again soon.
Of course. Talk soon, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
It's Kevin Sweeney of SI Now and Basket Under Review. Comprehensive look at tonight's NBA draft and the Tennessee Volunteers who hope to have their name called, as well as the situation up there in Michigan. And the Josh Schertz thing is certainly interesting. We'll unpack that a little bit when we continue on the other side. It is The Drive on a Tuesday afternoon edition of the program. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox, Fox Sports Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars.
The back half of the second round. I didn't understand that. Still don't really. I was waiting until we got to this part, and hopefully maybe Bob can kind of explain it to me, how that all works.
Well, I mean, it was kind of somewhat news to me, too. It sounds like, I always felt like in the NBA draft, there's just 2 rounds, and if you make it, good for you, and then the rest becomes like the equivalent, as Russ said, in the NFL of undrafted free agents afterwards. But it sounds like they go through that process apparently with some of these guys because there's no guarantee. Once you're in the second round, pretty much period, there's no guarantees you're going to be making it. So it stands to reason, I guess, in the back half, they're really like, yeah, let's create the expectation right up front. You're likely going to be a 2-way player.
Yeah. I wonder who the best player to come out of the second round is.
This year?
Just period.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's been some. I'd have to go back and look. I mean, there's definitely been some, but not off the top of my head do I think of one.
Like all young men faced with a two-way contract, is holding out for a three-way.
That's what she said.
865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435. You know, I, like most Americans, struggle with, social.
Jalen Brunson, sorry.
Oh, he's pretty good.
Second round pick.
It's worked out.
My apologies. Sorry for the cutoff there.
The social media addiction is real. And, but, I look at it too much like most people, I think. But it's a necessary evil doing this stuff, right? Because it's a good barometer of what moves the proverbial dial and what to talk about on the show. So last night, as I said, I'm sitting around and I'm watching the baseball game, watching a little soccer. I had to go pick up my son over at my parents' house, and we get him. I say, hey, you want to get some ice cream? My wife's out of town. We're just broing out at the house right now. And he's like, yeah. So we're going to get some ice cream on the way home. I pull up to the intersection of North Shore and Kingston Pike, and I see that Hot Donuts Now light on over at Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
And I look at my son. I say, hey, man, what do you think about some hot donuts? He's like, I don't know. I was like, have you had the hot donuts? And he's like, I think so. I said, that's a no. We're getting a hot dozen right now. And man, I realize, like, I haven't done that in a long time, which I guess is a good thing. You're trying to fight the battle of the bull. Yeah, you're watching your girlish figure. So I pull in there, and me and my son, we're going to take this dozen down. I'm fired up. I have not. Do you guys realize how expensive the donuts have gotten?
Yes. I was at a Rival earlier today before I saw your tweet from last night and had the same thoughts.
Have you bought a dozen hot glazed at Krispy Kreme lately, Bob?
No.
How much do you think have you seen my tweet?
I have.
Oh.
So I kind of know. But and that
you talk about
me.
Sticker shock, because they do the thing where, like, I ordered at the drive-thru and say, yeah, just pulling over. So he give me the total then, and I handed the card. He said, that'll be $18.04. I'm like, what? $18?
They were like $5 or $6 for a dozen.
Yeah. It's like, and then they would give you, hey, it's half off for another dozen.
Yeah.
So you eat like 2 dozen for like $10.
Yeah, which nobody once you're past the age of like 22 really needs that many donuts.
My jaw almost hit the floor. I'm like,
did you drive off or
bleeping kid? What are you talking about, man? Yeah, I paid, and they were about done by the time we got home. But
it's like eating air at that point.
Oh my God, they're so good. Oh yeah, and he's like, it's going to be a minute because they're literally just coming off. I'm like, yeah, buddy, you take your time. Get me those hot donuts.
That much, they should be.
Oh, they were fantastic. $18.
Well, I've got some more bad news for you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Today's the 23rd. I went to McDonald's. The apple pie is here.
Uh-huh.
It's not the same, man.
What do you mean it's not the same?
Doesn't taste the same.
You mean the filling or the texture or the heat level or
all of the above.
And you're very disappointed about this.
I'm pretty disappointed. I told Walker when I walked in I was depressed.
And it's okay. Like, were you depressed when you woke up in the morning?
No.
Okay, so you weren't, like, your life was going along fine. You had this, it's not as good. Like, you'll be okay.
They charged me $18 for them. Everything's expensive now, Russ.
I know, man. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so I tweeted out about that last night. This is the social media tie-in. And my only other tweet was, where does this Oklahoma college baseball title rank in terms of most improbable postseason runs of all time? And I'll just throw out little things like that and see what kind of reaction it gets. Like, that's what. So the donut tweet got 133 likes, and the baseball tweet got 54.
Yeah.
People much more, 3 times as likely to engage with the donut content as they are with college baseball.
That's something that affects them their day-to-day
I
life,
guess so.
man. Donuts are expensive now.
The price of donuts is out of control. I mean, you talk about housing and gas all you want. donut prices. It's an outrage.
When I was driving back from my state tournament on Sunday, I was on I-40 trying to make some time to get home, see the family, watch a little golf. And that trip back from Nashville is always tough because you lose the hour, coming back. And I see an In-N-Out burger sign, but by the time I saw it, I was like, I'm going to have to drive like a maniac to get over and make the exit. So I'm not going to make the exit, but man, I would like a cheeseburger on the road here. So I took the next exit and went to Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
I like Wendy's.
Yeah, it's all right.
Got a single.
Yeah, burgers are square.
But it was like $6.99 or something, man.
For just the burger?
Just the burger. That's all I got. I had my bottle of water. I was good. I just wanted a burger.
I don't think that's as outrageous as $18 for a box of donuts.
No, but when I saw it on the board, to combo it up, it was like $12 or something. Yeah. I mean, it was like
that's what it is now, man. You can't eat a decent meal. You can't eat at McDonald's for less than $10 anymore.
It's tough. This world, Bear, we're losing
absolutely ridiculous.
What are us junk food lovers supposed to do?
Eat healthy.
See, that was the whole thing in the past. It's what I always counseled my son on when he was younger. Is like, the one thing you're going to be able to do is have affordable food, but it's not good for you. It's like McDonald's, all this other stuff. Yeah. Well, now that's not even, that was the thing. So it's the double whammy. It's not, it's not good for you, and it's now too expensive.
I remember being so stoked about being able to drive myself to school my senior year of high school because, well, you're driving, but also like I could stop by Hardee's and get myself a biscuit on the way, and it was you get a biscuit and a Diet Coke for I drank regular Coke back then, but whatever. You get a biscuit and a soda for like $3.
Yep.
You could also, when you were ditching, you could ditch after like third period. Just hit the road.
Those were the days.
Y'all had a lot of good food over there near West.
We did.
Yeah, you had that Smoky Mountain Market. I think it was still there when you were in high school. Get a rooster.
I don't remember.
Michael Mote says Dairy Queen has $7 meals that are pretty good and even comes with a sundae. So you've been notified.
Man, I have not had a Dairy Queen, like not ice cream from Dairy Queen in a long time, but I remember it not being very impressive. Now, it's been 10 years or so. Maybe they've upgraded their game, but I feel like their burgers and even their chicken fingers were. Now, Dairy Queen folks, if you're out there listening, you want to cut the check, and I'll change my tune real quick, but I do enjoy a good Blizzard, man. Took the fam out to Dairy Queen within the past week or so. Had a nice Oreo Blizzard. It was good.
There you go. Jumping back to NBA second-round draft picks of note. I threw
CJ Watson, second round? Or did he go undrafted?
I think he went undrafted. I think that was what was even the better story, was he was undrafted.
See, that's why, I was reading Basilio's blog today, and he was going through a bunch of, how all these guys that we've had drafted in the first round, it didn't pan out, Springer and Keon, most notably.
Hayslip, lottery
pick. But, I was, the other side of that is, CJ Watson, this is why you can't give up if you're those guys, because CJ played, it was 3 years before he got his opportunity. He played in Greece and Pallacanestro Reggiano, whatever that is, the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, until he got his shot with the Warriors in 2008. And all he did was hang around for 10 seasons in the NBA. Yeah. So, you never know when your opportunity comes. You just got to be ready for it. But, yeah, CJ was undrafted in 2006, ended up having a 10-year NBA career.
I want to say, it's not researched, but I want to say Austin Reeves might have been in that boat too, like an undrafted free agent. And now he's one of the hottest free agents going out this offseason. But as far as second round picks, just recently in the 2000s of note, we talked about Jalen Brunson. How about Nikola Jokic? Pick number 41 in 2014.
Yeah, I'd say that one worked out.
Draymond Green, he's a punk. I don't like him,
he's a punk and a clown.
Bob's right. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, though. Mark my words.
I think so.
Yeah,
he got the Scottie Pippen Hall of Fame ride there.
He did. He was picked number 35 in 2012.
Something Pippen.
And then some others like Carlos Boozer, Gilbert Arenas, Chris Middleton. Those guys have all had really long NBA careers, but yeah, but Brunson and Jokic, both those guys are NBA champions in the last few years too. And they've led their team to those championships. So that's pretty impressive.
It can be done.
You're on the clock, Jacoby Gillespie. Let's do it.
Don't forget Jordan Bone picked in the second round as well.
Ooh, well, yeah, can't win them all. Hewitt Pruitt says you can get 2 McDoubles and 2 McChickens at McDonald's for $10. It's a lot of bread. That's all I could think of.
2 what?
2 McDoubles, that's like a double cheeseburger.
If you eat all that.
It's like a double cheeseburger without all the cheese. I think it's got less cheese on it. So
what's the fun in that?
I don't know.
Well, they took one piece of cheese off the double cheeseburger years ago.
Yeah, that's the McDouble.
To make, it's a story for another day.
We've only got 2 hours. We can't squeeze all this in. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up. It's Fan Run Radio. Back with more after this.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Top 4 brought to you this afternoon by ECR Total Landscapes. Walker Smith has a quick look at the world of sports. Walkman, hit it.
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, left-handed pitcher Jake McCoy has committed to Tennessee baseball as a transfer from South Carolina. McCoy had just a 5-5 record and a 7.11 ERA in 2 seasons at South Carolina, but is a projected early pick in this July's MLB draft. He missed the 2026 season after having Tommy John surgery.
The real McCoy. Will he turn up in Knoxville, or is this one of those? Yeah, that would have been nice.
I know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Isn't it odd, though, that his ERA was so high, his numbers at South Carolina were so not even pedestrian. They're just not good.
Yeah.
And yet he's so highly thought of. I mean, it makes me want to see him in orange and white. Like, he's a projected starter.
Yeah.
That would be your third starter if he makes it to campus, more than likely. And he's healthy and he could pitch. But a lot of question marks. Injury/draft concerns. Not trying to be Debbie Downer here, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
No, probably right to move in that direction. I don't like being disappointed.
Who does?
Bear.
Disappoint me. Go ahead. I'm ready to hurt. Disappoint me, Jake McCoy. Rip my heart out.
What did
Show it to me.
I think I called him Jake Taylor earlier.
I think you did.
I was thinking of Friday Night Lights, or wasn't that the
Major League?
Jake Taylor was Major League.
Yeah, that's it.
Called his shot.
Yes.
And laid down a bunt, beat it out. Spoiler alert. All for Rene Russo.
Strong jaw. Really?
Yeah, Rene Russo had it going on back in the day. You think so?
I always thought she had a funny looking jaw.
Starlet. Well, that's the thing about like beautiful movie stars for a minute there in the late 80s, early 90s. How bored is Walker Smith?
The slight imperfection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you didn't have to be perfectly symmetrical and just surgical precision. You had the girl next door. What happened to the girl next door in America?
I don't know, right?
Kids these days, man.
I don't know.
Unrealistic expectations for your generation, Walker. It's not healthy.
I don't know, but I hope this kid pitches for us. Bring it back.
Really, that's really all that matters.
Yeah,
right?
I just hope the kid pitches for us. That's about it.
I hope he finds the girl next door.
At number 2, Oklahoma completed an improbable run to its first national championship since 1994 with a 13-2 victory over North Carolina in a winner-take-all Game 3 of the Men's College World Series. The Sooners won the SEC's 7th straight national championship in baseball.
Hey, who said the SEC was dead?
I don't know. I looked at, somebody tweeted out like all their results in the postseason. So other than the game they lost Sunday to North Carolina.
10-1, right?
Yeah. They only had 2 games that weren't just complete blowouts. That was a 1-run game where they beat Georgia Tech, I think, to win the regional. And then Georgia had a 1-run game with them. I guess that would have been in Omaha, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, they smoked everybody. 5 or 6 runs, at least.
What a run, man. So improbable.
Boomer Sooner, congrats,
Improbable.
boys.
At number 3, quarterback Brendan Sorsby will not play in the NFL in 2026 as the league has elected to not hold a supplemental draft. The NFL's decision came down to its right to decide whether to hold a supplemental draft per the collective bargaining agreement, as league officials said they believed it would ultimately become a distraction to teams as they began training camps.
I saw somewhere where him and his lawyers talking about suing the NFL. You remember the Jerky Boys bit where Saul Rosenberg is asking if he can I sue you?
How did he say it?
Can I sue you?
I'll come over. I'll bring all my shoes.
I'll bring all my shoes and all my glasses,
all my
Russ.
Glasses.
Oh, what kind of dog is it? It's a Rottweiler.
You ever heard the Jerky Boys, Walker?
Heard of them. Can't say
Caller
I know much
ID
about
just
them.
destroyed an art form, didn't it? The prank call.
I mean, why would you pick up the phone if you didn't recognize the number anymore?
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
who were the other Jerky Boys characters? There's like a loud screamer guy, wasn't there?
Yeah. There was a.
This is Saul Rosenberg.
Saul Rosenberg. Oh,
that's ridiculous.
I'd murder somebody for a chocolate Knish.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And at number 4, the World Cup continues with more matchups featuring some of the favorites to win the tournament. Portugal beat Uzbekistan 5-0 to start the day. And later this evening, England takes the field against Ghana at 4 p.m. Panama plays Croatia at 7 p.m. and Colombia plays the Democratic Republic of Congo at 10 o'clock.
Do you know where the DRC is?
The DRC.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
A little respect, please. Have you seen the guy that goes to all their games and just stands there?
No.
I've heard of this man.
He was Bond villain?
No, well, he was like a revolutionary figure in the 1960s as the Congo won their independence from Belgian. What do you call it? Colony. Yeah,
colonialism.
They threw off the shackles of and they're doing really well today but this guy was like a revolutionary figure, and he's revered in the Congo. And so there's this guy now who looks just like him. And he goes to all the Congo soccer games.
Was he like the Vandy Whistle?
And there's a statue of this guy, of the real guy in Congo, and he's just like standing there with his hand out, like looking like kind of Moses or something, kind of a leadership pose. And this guy goes to the games dressed like him, like a little suit, a little bow tie, and he stands in that pose with his arm raised for the entire game, frozen still, like he looks like a statue.
He's got to have some kind of brace on his arm. You know how hard that'd be to keep your arm up in the air for almost 2 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be difficult. I remember when back in my days as a Big J journalist, Cub reporter, and I would go to the football press conferences and stuff, and this is back in the Fulmer era, dating myself a little bit, but he would talk after every practice, and it's not like now where every time Josh Heupel speaks, he's at a podium and with a microphone, and then everybody gets their audio from the same source. Like you had to stand there with your microphone, handing it. Like we've all
scrum.
You've all seen that in movies, right? The
reporter scrum.
Yeah, and they're holding the microphone. What you don't realize is how difficult that is to do for more than a minute or two.
It's not fun,
and you got to do like this thing. Or doing that, or you're switching arms constantly. Like it's hard. just holding your arm out.
You have to tell me about it. Try holding a Bible in each hand with your arms outstretched like that.
You know what
Why
else?
would I do that?
What else is hard?
You get caught doing something
and this is a Catholic school, like kind of
thing.
Punishment.
Yeah.
You know what else is hard? Like roofing in the hot sun.
Yeah.
Whaling.
That's like real work.
Being in a war.
You ever roofed?
I've never roofed. I just would imagine that's hard work.
Are you making fun of me, Bob, right now? Are you saying this difficult? I'd like to see you stand there with your arm out for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if I can survive, but I'd do my best.
That's why he's got Shump and...
Like Howard Stern said, you're not showing your arms off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bob, that guy.
back to Rene Russo for a second. Are we done with the top 4? Was that number 4?
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
You guys, I don't think I caught you mentioning it. Thomas Crown affair. What?
That was when I stopped. That was the turning point for me.
Oh my God.
That's when I decided she wasn't that attractive.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a steamy film. We'll leave it at that.
How old do you think Rene Russo is right now, Bear?
I'll say she's 70.
Bob?
I would say 68.
She's 72 years old. Man, time goes by fast.
Sure does.
That's crazy.
I was just telling somebody, it was just last week, Paul McCartney turned 84.
He's still kicking it.
He looks pretty good for 84, man.
He does.
if I'm 84 and I'm living Sir Paul's life,
if you had Sir Paul's money, I imagine you probably makes it a lot easier to look that good.
But she was on a hot streak in the 90s, man. Major League,
Lethal Weapon,
Lethal Weapon 3, In the Line of Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Great movie. Clint Eastwood.
I see you standing over the grave of another dead president.
Oh, John Malkovich. John
Frank.
Malkovich, you talk exactly like that. If you've seen the
Bill
Hader.
I don't sound like that.
Outbreak.
Yes, Dustin Hoffman. That was a great movie.
Great movie. Wasn't she in what was the golf movie Kevin Costner?
Tin Cup.
Tin Cup, yeah.
She was
It's
in.
not listed on her Wikipedia. She was in Thor. She was in that movie Nightcrawler. Did you see that with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Saw that.
Man,
No.
That movie freaks me
dark.
out. It's a dark journalism
That's
movie.
part of that is in the same world as Unbreakable. And you don't remember the Bruce Willis movie?
Mhm.
I think Nightcrawler is in that same world. It's part
do
of
you mean?
that.
No, it's not related
No,
to the
it's
movie.
not.
No, it's its own thing.
She was in
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
remember?
very sure.
Unbreakable was like an element of the supernatural, right? He was Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nightcrawler's actual.
Yeah, but Bruce Willis played a superhero.
This is not a superhero movie.
No.
It's a movie about a creep.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a movie about journalism in some ways.
Yes.
She was also in the movie Free Jack.
Yes, with Mick Jagger. I saw that at the movie theater, and it is garbage if you go back and watch it now.
How about this, Rene Russo? You want a little more Rene Russo background?
Sure.
You know you did you? She grew up. She was affected with scoliosis. Had to wear a full torso brace. Her height earned her the nickname the Jolly Green Giant from classmates. Man, kids can be so cruel.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kids can be so cruel.
I think she's having the last laugh.
I guess so. At 72.
It was a movie Split. I get it confused with Nightcrawler. It was the guy who played the actor who's plays Mr. or Professor X in the X-Files. What's his name?
I don't know. You're in a different place right now. You're off in Bear World.
I got two movies.
It's a scary
conflated.
spot.
Nightcrawler's the guy that goes around taking pictures of like horrible accidents, right?
Yes, that's it.
And selling it
Yes.
to the news stories, to the TV news station, of which Rene Russo was like paying her. That was a creepy movie, man. Ryan Shumpert coming up in just a minute. Will Jake McCoy or this Ojeda kid make it to campus for Josh Elander? We'll get his thoughts in just a minute. Top 4 at 4 brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. Check them out online, ecrtotallandscapes.com. 10% off your first month of their monthly maintenance package. Easy for me to say. When you mention promo code FANRUN, ECR Total Landscapes. Let's get Joshy Boy in here. Joshy Boy, good afternoon, sir.
What's up, guys? How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
Great.
Good.
Bob, you missed one second rounder, Manu Ginobili.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He was all right.
Yeah. Yep, he was pretty good, wasn't he?
Oh, real good. Very good.
Won a few championships.
Just a few.
So, what do you guys think about this kid from South Carolina, McCoy? You think he's going to make it to campus?
If I had to bet, I would say no. I hope I'm wrong. Just based off what I've read is that, he's got big lefty with a high heater. And, somebody's going to take a chance on him. Not in the first or second round, but high enough and, top 10 rounds that he loses his leverage if he comes to school.
Right.
Joshy boy, are you calling us from the middle of like an arboretum?
I'm thinking like an aviary.
Yeah. Zoo.
I'm on my back deck, Russ. I'm outside.
Are we just going to continue on this game, Joshy boy? Are we going to just ignore the elephant in the room?
What elephant in the room, Russ?
You've been challenged several times now to make you want me to follow you on social media. On Twitter.
Because my old account got hacked. I had to make.
Did I follow you on your old account?
Yeah, you did.
Oh. Why is it important to you that I follow you?
And because you're a very important figure in my life, Russ.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
What are you going to add? Are you a good follow?
Bob, oh, go ahead. What
are you a good follow on Twitter? Do you say funny things? Like, are you going to add entertainment and joy to my life?
Yeah, I'll bring entertainment.
What do you think, Bob?
I don't know. You were going to say something, Joshy, about me.
Yeah, I was trying to reach out to Bob. I don't know if he relayed the message to you to
he did.
Follow me back. Yeah.
He did. I'm just wondering why. Like, why should I? Follows are earned, not given, Joshy boy.
I bring a lot of good stuff to the table. I'm funny. I'm serious sometimes. And I can just be a jerk to other fan bases.
Well, see, that's what, that doesn't do anything for me.
What do I need to do for you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm here to be entertained. I'm here for a good time, Joshy boy. I'm here to be inspired. Really. Can you inspire me?
Yes, I can, Russ.
Okay. I'll take it. I'm going to talk with Bob about it a little bit more, Joshy boy, off the air. I'll let you know tomorrow, okay?
I do have a question out the door for Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Bear, a lot of people hate the New York Yankees. Would you compare them to like the equivalent of Ohio State of college football, of like hatred?
No, I think it's more, Josh, that people hate the best. That's the bottom line. Same reason Bob's Dodgers get a lot of hate. So,
the Yankees are much more hated than Ohio State. What are we talking about, Joshy boy? I mean, come on.
Much more hated.
Notre Dame or Alabama would be a better analogy there.
Roll down Tide.
What do you think? Should I follow him? Let's talk about it off the air.
Yeah.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. Ryan Shumpert of RockyTopInsider.com coming up next.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
It's official. It's summer. And how does East Tennessee do summer? With your Knoxville Smokies, of course. Only 5 homestands remaining. So if you haven't been to a game yet, what are you waiting for? Next week is a huge week with all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday, Friday fireworks, and then Saturday, we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday. America's favorite pastime and fireworks. Is there a better way to celebrate? And come meet Bluey on Sunday. Don't miss the fun. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank. Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go. Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good. Member FDIC.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming?
Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Doctors take Field of Greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food and not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. Shout out to the boys over on YouTube, watching on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. Do us a favor if you're watching there right now. Look down, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It is The Drive. Since 2010, doing it almost 16 years now, every afternoon from 3 until 6. And pleased to be joined by Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. Good afternoon, Shump. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Hey, doing very well, and just kind of trying to make sense of what we just witnessed in Omaha this year with Oklahoma, man. You talk about a title run that literally came out of nowhere. I mean, Ryan, when you were watching Tennessee dismantle that team, and it's not like Tennessee was world beaters this year, but Tennessee goes into their backyard, Oklahoma City, and pretty much takes them apart. Nobody was putting an outside bet on the Sooners to go to Omaha, let alone win it all. That's crazy.
No, you're absolutely right. And it's not like anything the next week in Hoover really would have made you feel any differently about Oklahoma. So about as out of nowhere as it could come. I mean, I guess Ole Miss back in 22, ironically beating Oklahoma, would have been a little bit more out of nowhere as the very last team in the field. But certainly I don't think one anyone was expecting. And I think it speaks to the SEC's control of the sport, that even in what was I think even at this point, even with 5 teams in Omaha, I would still say it was a down year for the league. And yet the SEC gets 5 teams in Omaha and a team that no one really expected to do a whole lot wins the national championship. So kind of a baseball story. I don't think that would happen in any of the other, at least the other big 4 or 5 sports, but also just a testament to how deep the talent is in the SEC.
Yeah, take that, Big Ten, right? That's what I'm saying.
At least we still got baseball down here.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, well, I mean, UCLA was the favorite. That's a big Ten team. So
very true. Very true. So Ryan, let's jump over to Tennessee baseball for just a second. It feels like each week we've been kind of check gating with you, and I'm referring to the activity in the transfer portal. It's like we are bringing in a lot of names and a lot of, we're competing with a lot of big schools for a lot of these players, but as of late, we just got this Jake McCoy kid, and obviously Ricky Ojeda, so we're getting some, but it feels like we're getting a few swings and misses, and I guess that comes with the territory. But how would you grade the process so far in terms of what we're pulling in from the portal at this moment?
Yeah, I'd say a B or so. I mean, I think it's been around about what I've expected. It's not like Tennessee has just been, unbelievable, getting a bunch of surefire guys that you would pencil in as all SEC contributors, or that they've just gotten everybody they've targeted. But I also think they've had a pretty consistent hit rate, and they've gotten a lot of the names that they've targeted. And again, we talked about it last week. It's just unique that it feels like the portal's been open for forever, and we're well into the offseason. The national championship was last night. So, all these Omaha team seasons have ended relatively recently. So I don't think the portal is necessarily about to slow down, and there's still areas Tennessee needs to address. But, they've gotten some guys that could be pretty good for them, and they need to continue to stack, capable bodies.
Ryan, what do you think about the last two commitments? Pitchers Ricky Ojeda and Jake McCoy last night from South Carolina. Do you think that those two will make it to campus? It sounds like they are high draft prospects. And, you look at the numbers, if neither of those two end up making it here, then you're back down to, I think, 3 guys that you've got committed.
Yeah, for sure. That's the big question. We talked about it last week. That these things you have these guys every year. I think both have a lot to prove by coming to Tennessee. I think in Ricky Ojeda's case, you have a guy that's been a good bullpen arm out at UC Irvine, but has not done it at a super high level. So I think there's a lot to gain or to prove by him coming and doing it in the SEC, and really just doing what he's done the last 3 years. If he can come do it in the SEC, and then Jake McCoy is a guy certainly that the numbers do not match up with where he's projected. He is a right around top 3 round pick, it looks like, depending on who you ask, who you look at. But in the same light, I see a guy that could improve his stock a ton just from the fact that he has not been very effective when he has pitched in his college career, and he missed the entirety of his junior season with Tommy John surgery. And because of that, and that's the thing that's always important here, is that when these guys become draft eligible, typically as traditional juniors, forced to go isn't the right word, but they're going to have no leverage if they come back with, in the draft the following year. And that would be the case for Ojeda. If he comes back and is a senior, he's going to have, no leverage in the draft the following year. McCoy, having not played this year, having redshirted, still theoretically has 2 years of eligibility available. So while he's a little bit higher on the board, I see him as much as anybody as having a chance to really improve his stock. And I like both those pickups, and I think they give Tennessee 2 different things that they need. And now it's, as you said, it's just a waiting game to see if Tennessee can actually get them to campus.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, our guest here this afternoon. Ryan, new pitching coach Austin Knight has been here about 2 weeks now. Obviously, he's instrumental in getting both Ojeda and McCoy in the fold. What are you hearing about? He's in the honeymoon period, right? Every pitching commitment that Tennessee has gotten rave reviews. What are you hearing behind the scenes about how Austin Knight is fitting in?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty seamless transition to Tennessee. And I think the thing that stood out, particularly in my conversation with Ricky Ojeda, was that, he was talking about how detailed his plan was for his development, but also being simple, and how he had all this tape to watch and was breaking stuff down. And I kind of asked him, I said, well, is that kind of what other schools showed you? Or, how would that compare? Was that unique? And he was like, yeah, it's pretty unique. Most other schools kind of had the numbers and the analytics. And I know that was a criticism that some fans had. And, it's hard to say because we don't know all the facts, but I kind of felt at times last year that they were a little too analytic dependent, especially to me, maybe more so on some of the pitching decisions of, all right, we're going to go to this guy in this spot because he's a good matchup. We thought we needed a ground ball. Braden Cringe's a ground ball pitcher, probably less than the shifts, which I think a lot of fans had issues with. So that was something that stuck out to me, that it was not that means Austin Knight's not going to lean on analytics, but you had a guy that had a very going off of his track record and what he noticed from watching tape more so than what the analytics told him. And, I think that's something that Frank Anderson was very much that way, not super analytically driven. And again, with some of the pitching decisions last year, I thought they were a little too dependent on the analytics and didn't quite have go off feel and how a specific pitcher was throwing in an instance enough. And that was something that jumped out to me that Ojeda said about Austin Knight.
One of our listeners, Brian Huntsucker, reminded us that this goes back to my question earlier about how we're doing in the portal. He said, we didn't get commitments from Billy Amick, Liam Doyle, Andrew Fisher, and Henry Ford until the month of July. So just a reminder, it's a process and takes a little time. So,
but I want to panic now.
I know, exactly. I'm scared. This was the other thing I wanted to get your take on baseball related. We had the good fortune yesterday to have Wyatt Hanoyan join us on the show, and I know you were able to interview him too. I'm wondering if you came away as impressed as we were after talking to him. I mean, this seems like a kid, obviously great energy level, but also seems like he is very, very focused on what lies ahead and why this program will matter to him and what he thinks he can bring to the program. Did you get that same kind of takeaway in talking to him?
For sure. I think one thing was some of the stuff Russell's been looking for with, maybe a little bit more energy and bravado, that I think he brings in. And also just a guy that I think as much as anything talking to him just was as comfortable in his own skin, talking to someone he'd never talked to before and just blunt without, being over the top or anything, but just matter of fact would probably be the better word than blunt. So very comfortable in his own skin. I think a guy that embraced, all right, this is hopefully the plan would be second base if Tennessee can get the guys that they want to get in the portal. If not, I'm a guy that can play other positions too. So definitely a big piece and a big win for Tennessee. And, a guy that certainly was very, very comfortable and I think was a good one for Tennessee to get early because of his personality and because of some of that versatility that he has and, how he can fit in multiple different, kind of parts of the puzzle piece here.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ryan, just sort of wrapping up some baseball talk here. Tennessee finishes 25th today in the Baseball America final rankings. Overall thoughts, takeaways, thoughts on the future for the Josh Elander era after 1 year.
Yeah, I was surprised that they were 25th, to be honest. I really wouldn't have ranked them as a top 25 team after their showing in the NCAA tournament, but, certainly they're borderline. So I think it was a disappointing year. I don't think it was a terrible year or a year that really made me question if Josh Elander was the right guy for the job. I still feel like, he was and that he is going to be really successful at Tennessee. I think probably I underestimated the adjustment that it would be for him and some of the lumps that he took, but I also thought you saw a guy that was adaptable and willing to make changes as he saw fit, and for the most of the time that those were good changes, and that, it's always hard to say. We talked about it a lot during the season, but I think the flaws that this Tennessee team had this past year, they would have still had a lot of them if Tony Vitello was the coach. So I think that makes it, his second year is going to be, I think, more interesting and more telling than his first, as he has a full offseason to put this thing together, was able to make a staff change at pitching coach and kind of attack things in a year or two full on, not just having, 3 months on the job by the time he coaches his first game.
Let's jump over to a little bit of basketball. We talked to a friend of yours as well, Kevin Sweeney from SI.com earlier in the show. He's mocking, projecting Nate Ament to go number 9 in the first round tonight in the lottery. And I think we agreed. I had a feeling, and I think he agrees. I think a lot of people do. The fact that this Giannis Antetokounmpo deal went down and the Miami Heat sent another lottery pick to the Bucks, that it feels like, given the state of where the Bucks are, it does feel like that's a pretty good landing spot and sensible one for Nate Ament, unless something wild happens and he goes possibly higher. But I do think now it's pretty safe to say he's going to be in the lottery.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like 13. That second Milwaukee pick is the floor at this point. And that would be my pick. I guess it's an easy pick because there's 2 shots at it. They got 10 and 13, but that would be my guess for where he ends up at. I just think you when you looked at a Haslam connection, not that is the end-all be-all, but it does seem like Jimmy Haslam had his say in this Giannis trade, and we know, Rick Barnes is going to speak incredibly highly of Nate, and then I think, Bob, you might have had a tweet about it in the last day or so about the patience aspect. If you're willing to have a little bit of patience with Nate, how good that could be for his development. Well, Milwaukee's in a spot where they're going to be very patient at this point. They're in a rebuild mode. It's a spot that Nate can feel that Giannis played, and so I think that makes a lot of sense for him. I think you wonder a little bit about the franchise health as far as if that's a good landing spot for Nate. But when it just comes to being a spot where he's not going to be asked to do a ton right away, not going to have a ton of pressure on him right away, allowing him to grow over his first couple of years, I do think it's a spot that would make a lot of sense for both Nate and Milwaukee.
He might end up being the guy to take most of the Haslam's money of all time. He realized he's going to be working for them his most of his life anyway. But yeah, the other thing I think is interesting, and you look at Nate, and we all knew when he came, man, he's skinny. He's going to have to add weight. Yeah. I just remember that being the storyline with Giannis, like when he first got in, just what a stick figure he was and what a specimen of an athlete he has become there. And maybe he can follow in those footsteps. That's going to be hard shoes to fill, though, man, if they end up taking him and those are the expectations. I mean, I know he's getting paid well and everything, but there's going to be – it's almost like following Vitello or something, it's just going to be hard.
I'd leave all that to Tyler Hero.
He picks up the baton.
Oh, yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah. Such a magnetic personality and everything else.
Don't trip over Bob's sarcasm, Ryan. I mean, letting it fly right now. Sean, what do you think about next year? Were you surprised to see Lunardi have Tennessee as a 5 seed? A lot of people see that and are like, man, I'm hoping Tennessee's better than a 5 seed in the tournament next year.
Yeah, I think I saw it from that perspective of, I think Tennessee will be better than a 5 seed. Not necessarily shocked. I mean, does anyone in America have a better job than Joe Lunardi? I mean, the guy puts out a bracket a month, and then for a couple months in season, he puts out a bracket, maybe 2 brackets a week, where he just has to change a little bit. So just from the standpoint of I don't put a whole lot of stock into what the bracketology looks like in June. I'm sure I'll have a new one in July. I'm not sure what will have possibly changed in the sport, I guess, besides Dusty May leaving between June and July. So, yeah, I think Tennessee will be better than 5 seed. Maybe a little bit surprised that he had him that low, but not putting a whole lot of weight into it.
One more question for me, excuse me, for the basketball side of things. So the schedule for SEC play came out as far as locations go for next season. And I was saying earlier in the show, as a season ticket holder, I'm pretty excited, man. This is and particularly given the kind of team we think we're going to have, at least on paper. But it also means you probably, I don't know how many road games you're going to go to in conference next season, because again, we've got Alabama, Arkansas, Florida.
Depends on how much jet fuel you're willing to pony up for, Bob.
I mean, we got all the good ones are here, it feels like.
Yeah, and I guess it's 2 points that I had looking at it. One was one from the team perspective, I think pretty favorable draw. You get Missouri as your third team that you're going to play twice, in addition to Vanderbilt and Kentucky. I think Missouri probably projects as a tournament team, but not one of the better teams in the league. So that's not a draw you're going to complain about. And then you just said it. I mean, you look at the teams that you only play once. To me, the 4 best teams that Tennessee only plays once are Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, and Texas. You get 3 of those games at home, and you got 1 on the road. So from that perspective, I think it's a good draw for Tennessee. Obviously, a lot can change from what we think these teams are going to look like in June to what they actually look like in January. And then the second one's kind of your point of the travel, and they're really off balance, I guess would be the right word, off kilter right now. With feels like last year, particularly, a ton of close road games. Kind of the opposite this year. The 2 trips to the Texas schools, LSU, Oklahoma. Not a ton of Missouri in there too. Not a ton of super close road games. So probably make it to 4, maybe 5, something like that. But I don't think it'll be as many road games as I made it to this past year.
You sending them to the Players Era Festival in Vegas? Shump and Butler? on the Strip.
I want to send myself. God,
well, I mean, while we're taking a crew, I mean, what am I, chopped liver over here? I mean, let's do it. Let's do it right, Bob.
Well, we'll talk.
The boys at the Palms on the RTI expense account. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not holding my breath on that one, Shump.
It's
might go, but I think I'll be right here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios.
It's much more unfortunate scheduling than this past year. It was nice. You get there Monday, 3 games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They got them all spaced out this year. It's like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I think. So it makes it a little bit more tricky. But we'll see what it has in store. What the RTI private jet has in store for non-conference basketball travel.
And not for nothing, Michigan State at home too next season.
Yeah,
that's great.
Road game at Purdue in December on a Friday night. NC State in Nashville, Florida State at home in the Challenge. So, and the possibility of a 4th game in Players Era too. So, should be a very good non-conference slate for the Vols.
Don't forget about the Justin Gainey Bowl there, NC State in Nashville, a game that will be played before dozens and dozens of fans at the Gaylord Entertainment Center.
Isn't that it's part of some doubleheader like Murray State and somebody?
It's Murray State, Georgia Tech, which is another one that just makes no sense to me. Like Western Kentucky, Georgia Tech would make some sense because Western's really close to Nashville. Murray State's not close to Nashville. So I don't, I'm sure there's probably some Murray fans in Nashville. I don't really know if I've ever met a Georgia Tech fan in Nashville, having grown up there. So I don't really know how many Georgia Tech people are going to be there. But it'll be interesting to see that. I think that game's a Saturday. I do remember when they played Colorado there a handful of years ago. They played on a Sunday at like 2 o'clock in an NFL Sunday, and it was one of the more dismal crowds I've ever seen at a regular season college basketball game. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better than that.
Yeah, I believe you're right, though. I think it is I want to say like the first Saturday in December or something like that.
Yeah, it might be SEC or conference championship Saturday is kind of what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
Who's coaching Georgia Tech these days?
Oh my
God! They
God!
Cross from Troy. Scott Cross, I think.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they always go with like the big name, like Pastner got that job. Damon Stoudemire. It'll probably be the lesser known name that came up through the ranks that are more likely to succeed there.
Well, they went to the championship game with Paul Hewitt coaching them. So yeah,
well, wasn't he an interim that year?
I thought he came from Siena or something like that.
Okay.
But
who was the big Australian they had that year? Didn't they have some big dude in the middle?
They did. I don't remember his name, but you're right.
Jarrett Jack, I believe. Is he on that team?
He might have been. Yeah.
We're in the way
back.
Like
2004? Is that the team that lost to UConn in the title game?
Correct.
Okay.
That was the year. Was that the Indiana year that was it Mike Davis who took them?
No, that was 2001 or 2002.
I think 2002. They lost to Maryland.
Yeah. Yep. Tom Coverdale was their point guard.
Coverdale.
Yeah.
That's one of my That's one of my favorite conference expansion things is they have like a documentary on Big Ten Network. It's like framed as a Big Ten documentary on Indiana and Maryland playing in a national championship game, just completely ignoring that Maryland still had 11 more years in the ACC at that point in time.
That's beautiful.
Shump, good stuff, man. It's RockyTopInsider.com for all the latest on the Vols, especially this baseball portal season. Seems like news dropping every day. Be sure to check it out. Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. Talk to you all next week.
Ryan.
Ryan Shumpert. He's a big French guy.
Ryan Shumpert.
Ryan Shumpert.
Ryan's a good dude.
He's all right.
Wow.
Love some Ryan Shumpert. I kid.
All the RTI guys. They're all good guys, funny. Except for that Butler kid.
Yeah. Dead weight. You're going to get rid of him.
He's
whoever trained him ought to be have their heads examined.
Somehow he's one of our hardest workers, even given his upbringing.
We give him a hard time, but I would agree with that.
Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. We'll take a quick pause in the action and come right back up. Wow, hour number 2, almost over. Time flying on a Tuesday. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly. Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Barley's has live music on.
And this segment brought to you by our friends over at SM Athletics. If you've got any sort of apparel needs for your company, maybe you're coaching a team this fall, check out smathletics.com. They can do all your uniforms, work shirts, anything like that. They'll take good care of you. 865-966-3434. Again, smathletics.com. Let's grab a call from DR Vol. Good afternoon, DR. You're on The Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Well, it's hard to follow Ryan, but Russ, I'm actually calling about your Twitter account as well.
Okay.
I'm not going to call in and beg for somebody to follow me back, but
yeah, I think I follow you, don't I? See, you entertain me. You entertain me. You bring something to the table.
You entertain me. Well, I appreciate that, and that's why I'm calling. You amuse me. You entertain me as well.
You're like a social media clown. Yes.
I'm definitely a clown. Well, and I've actually turned your tweet notifications to on because I figure any day now we're going to get the Adidas uniforms, and I'm ready for your meltdown.
I did see there's some pictures coming out where it's actually a video of, I guess Barnes is doing like a camp with the players. And so they've got some Adidas gear out already. Like half the guys are wearing the old Nike gear. But then just like T-shirts, there's one with like a power tee and the Adidas logo, like simple stuff.
Right.
So far. But it's coming.
You know, and that's something we don't really hear much about is the basketball side of things. We just hear people worried about football. I mean, did they not screw up basketball back then as well?
Oh, yeah. Adidas had some crimes against humanity with their basketball uniforms that they had us in.
Pretty putrid.
But, I mean, I've been told, DR, that there aren't many changes from what they've got, that they're pretty much just putting the Adidas logo. So I hope that's true, because I think their uniforms are pretty tight right now for the Vols.
Well, the basketball uniforms just been so beautiful the last few years.
Yes.
So that's one thing I do not want touched. I don't figure Barnes will allow that anyway. And honestly, I don't want to upset y'all, but I've called in to denounce the World Cup.
Oh, I'm watching it right now. Walker, I'm going to need a goal from England, man. It's hurting my parlay.
It's okay. Patience. I think England will break through soon enough.
What's your beef here, DR?
Well, I've enjoyed all the celebrations, seeing, different countries interact with other countries, but bridge too far last night. There was a video of Argentinians, if that's what you call them, with a guy from Austria, put it like that.
The Austrian?
He was a midget. Yeah.
Oh,
he was a midget.
He was a little person. Well, I mean, they've got midgets everywhere. Like, it's not just like midgets are indigenous to America, DR. They've got midgets in Austria. Guess what? They've got midgets in Argentina. Midgets are rampant. Midgets are everywhere.
That's my personal hell. You know how you are with Adidas? That's my hell right there. So, yeah, I'm out.
You're out on
because there was a fan. I mean, the midgets attend football and basketball games too. You just gonna turn your back on all that?
Them. Well, yeah, I won't go to a Walmart in Knoxville, because the last 2 times I went to 2 different Walmarts, there was one working there. I won't go to McDonald's in Dyersburg, Tennessee, or Jasper, Mississippi. No, Alabama. Jasper, Alabama. And Lowe's on Van Drive. I won't go there.
Why not?
Stay away from danger.
Why not get some professional help?
I went, not quit.
You need to go back. It didn't take.
Quit.
You're sick man, DR.
You ain't lying. Well, guys, that's all I got. I'm enjoying the show.
Wow.
Are you aware of DR's midget phobia, Walker?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a damn phobia.
Am I aware? Oh, yeah. We've had this bit for a while, and it's not a bit. It's actually true fear.
I hope that it's a bit.
Fear.
DR
straight
is
prejudice.
I can't tell how much of a bit it is.
I mean, what's the difference between that and racism, really? You get right down to it.
Not a lot.
Yeah, it's true. You got a good point.
But I
got to work with him.
I'm kind of.
What?
It's kind of his roundabout way to. He's not liking soccer, right? Is that what his message was?
Yeah.
Well, that part I can get on board with.
You don't think I know Walker and I are biased, but like it feels like people are starting to believe a little bit in terms of the U.S. team.
Until their former, their former goalie.
Tim Howard, yeah.
He's like, there's no way. He said they would have to play 4 out of their mind perfect games to win it.
I don't know. I mean, do we have to play perfect to beat Bosnia if that's who we play? And then I saw one projection, like we could play Egypt in the round of 16. Like we could beat Egypt.
Didn't they just win their first World Cup game ever?
Yes.
I mean, he's your guy, Tim whatever.
Tim Howard.
Yeah. I kind of remember that guy.
I love Tim Howard. Like he was, if I wish we had a goalie as good as him right now, but the rest of the team is better. I don't know, man. I think that the fever is catching on despite what haters like Bob and DR Vol have to say.
I'll tell you one thing. It helped me as a consumer today. I was at Target and I ended up getting some special edition FIFA themed Dove for Men antiperspirant. It was like marked down. It was like half off.
It's good marketing.
It's great marketing. It must be selling well too. The fact that it was
like
already half off.
Do you smell like Ronaldo?
I didn't use it yet. I was just like, oh, I'll get that. It's good price.
Is it deodorant or just antiperspirant?
Whatever. I thought they were one and the same, man.
You can have deodorant only without. I just wear deodorant, no antiperspirant, because your body is designed to sweat. If you're interfering with your body's natural ability to sweat, I don't think that's good for you, Bob.
Okay.
It's Dr. Rust, little advice.
Yeah.
You're supposed to sweat.
Mr. Wizard is in the house. I don't know. I can't recall what it was, but I think it was antiperspirant, honestly. But
it's probably half off because FIFA is charging double for it and the store is trying to help you out.
Nah, it was a good price, I think, but it just goes to show they aren't selling. That's
cheaper than a dozen hot Krispy Kremes.
Definitely cheaper than that. I think maybe that's it. Maybe it's the commercialization of it all. I saw my daughter was having some McDonald's French fries today, and the container was not the red McDonald's. It was gold, and it was gold because it was FIFA themed, World Cup themed.
You don't think you find commercializing sports distasteful?
Well, it's just a little overboard.
Think there's something wrong with that?
Just a little overboard, that's all.
Well, you're going to hate this because we got some bills to pay. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up on many of these Fan Run affiliates. Walker Smith has the top 5 at 5 when we continue right after this.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to our show. Quick look at the sports headlines du jour. The Top 5 at 5 is brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, what you got?
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, Tennessee basketball announced its SEC opponents and home games for next season. Tennessee will play rivals Kentucky and Vanderbilt twice, as they do every season, but next year we'll play Missouri home and away as well. The Vols also host Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi State, and South Carolina at Thompson Bowling Arena next year.
Who are our permanent opponents? Are Kentucky and Vandy?
Yep, those are the.
And then there's one rotator.
Yeah, it's Missouri this year.
Bama last year.
So we get 2 shots at Jalen Carey this year.
Jalen Carey coming home.
Think he'll get booed?
I like Jalen Carey, man.
I did too.
He's a juice guy.
I still think he might get booed.
He might get booed a little bit.
He probably wants it. He seems like that kind of guy. He's got a little pro wrestling to him.
I'll say, he's played against us in that building before, and it didn't necessarily go well for us. So,
Bob, what are the we went through those non-conference games with Shump. What's the best home non-conference game?
Oh, home non-conference game?
Yeah.
Michigan State, without a doubt.
They come here for a regular season game?
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Man, that's going to be big. Yeah. Do they have a squad this year?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good.
Because they've kind of taken a little bit of a step back, haven't they?
They were really good this last year.
They were top 10-ish this year. Past year,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that should be an awesome game.
Another one of Rick Barnes' best buddies. He and Izzo.
Yes.
Very close.
We can sit up on the porch together.
Remember they did the
that benefit game, those Dalton Connects coming out party.
Yeah, where he dunked on someone, and that was when we were all like,
that's
when this guy could be pretty good.
That's what Barnes even said. He was like, I thought he was pretty good, but he had to be sold on bringing Connect to Tennessee, and then he said that Michigan State game was when he was like, okay, I get it.
I hope that was kind of a teaching an old coach new tricks moment too. It's like, maybe I should listen to my assistants when they bring these guys in who don't show a lot of defense, but
this is why you bring
them. You get a guy like that, and you can work with that.
Yep. At number 2, the NCAA D1 Cabinet unanimously approved a new 5-year age-based eligibility model. Under the new rule, athletes in all sports will be given 5 years of eligibility over 5 seasons once their college eligibility clocks begin. The clock starts upon initial full-time enrollment in college or at the beginning of the academic year following their 19th birthday, whichever occurs first.
So no more red shirts, medical or otherwise. It's just 5 years.
Yes.
Yep.
I like getting rid of the confusing red shirts. It's going to take me a while to wrap my head around everybody gets 5 years. What do we call it? You got your freshman year, sophomore, junior, senior?
Fifth years.
Fifth year senior?
Yeah,
fifth
year senior.
They said the term super senior is getting eliminated.
I didn't even know that was a term, super senior.
That came off the COVID.
Yeah, it was when you had the COVID year plus a redshirt year, and then
that was a confusing
playing
time.
6 or 7
that was
years.
a wild 5 years where we just didn't know who was
weird.
Eligible. So when does this start?
I believe, assuming immediately.
I think coming the next season.
Athletic year.
Yeah, because that's why.
So like Faison Brandon could conceivably play 5 seasons.
If you wanted to, I believe so.
That's why what I was mentioning to Kevin Sweeney were all these, apparently, according to these attorneys, there's like 50 college basketball players that are going to raise hell about,
oh, sure,
I get an extra year. What's going on? Because some of the players we're talking about, by the way, there's some that are active, like Momcilovic could actually have 2 years. Now, if this is real, he's going to, they're saying, I think it's, I don't know if it's a rollover for, I don't know. That's a good question. Now that you mentioned this about Faison, is that a rollover for existing players, or does it begin with incoming freshmen? Well, it would be.
I mean, I'm sure there's a senior on this year's football team that we think we're only going to get 1 year out of that we would like to, like Wendell Moy. Could we have him? We think this is going to be his last year. Could we have him for another one? How does this affect Deshaun Bishop and for that matter, does that have any impact on David Gabriel George? I don't think it would. If this KN Lee guy is projected to start at corner,
right?
TJ Metcalf, some of these guys, could we have them for an extra season? Could Ariane Carter stay here if he wanted to?
Good. That is all interesting stuff. We'll have to dive deeper into that a different time. At number 3, the NBA draft starts with the first round tonight as former Vol Nate Ament looks to go in the draft lottery. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on ESPN. The network's final mock draft has A.J. DeBonta going first, Darren Peterson going second, and Cam Boozer going third, with Ament going 9th to the Dallas Mavericks.
All right, Bear, we're going to test your Tennessee basketball history knowledge. Nate Ament tonight looking to be our first lottery pick since 2002. Marcus Hayslip. Who was the only other lottery pick before them?
It was Allen Houston, wasn't it?
No.
Was not Allen Houston.
No.
Dale Ellis?
It was Dale Ellis. Ding, ding, ding. Got it on the second try. Well done, sir.
How was Allen Houston not a lottery?
It's a great question.
Well, he was the 11th pick overall, so it leads me to believe they didn't have 14 lottery slots. Maybe they only had 10.
When did he get drafted, Allen Houston?
92?
93. Or
92,
yeah.
93.
Because I'm trying to remember, the first official draft lottery was the year Patrick Ewing got drafted.
Yeah, well, it was 80.
So
the lottery
Ellis wouldn't
existed.
have been a lottery pick, would he? Because he was 83.
Who's that? Ellis?
Dale Ellis.
Read
this online. When would the internet ever lie to me?
Actually, no. Because Ewing came out a year early, so it was the 83. That might have been the first year of the lottery. It was 83.
Might have been the first year of the lottery.
But Ewing played until he was on the 85 team that played against
It's confused.
Villanova, right?
That's true. That's true.
According to Google AI Overview, yes, Dale Ellis was a lottery pick, 9th overall to the Mavs in 83.
I wonder if they're still considering the top 10 or so picks before the lottery existed as lottery picks.
When did the NBA lottery start? First started in 1985. So Google's telling me that the lottery started in 1985, but Dale Ellis was a lottery pick in 1983. You do with that what you want.
Yeah, well, can't argue with that. At number 4, tight end Kyle Pitts and the Atlanta Falcons have reached an agreement on a 3-year, $54 million contract that includes $36 million fully guaranteed. It's the largest 3-year contract for a tight end in NFL history.
Has he done anything to warrant it?
Oh, no. This last season, he was a monster.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, particularly.
Is this where I hear about him being on your fantasy team, Bob?
I did have him in one of my leagues, yeah. But, I mean, so that allowed me to pay attention to what he was doing. It was the back half of the season. He finally got it going. It's like he finally hit a groove. So, apparently, the Falcons believe he's going to do it perpetually now. But, yeah, he started out. He was a major disappointment his first couple seasons.
So, he's Kyle Pitts Sr. He's already got a son coming up.
Youngin.
Like when
I mean, one of those kids off Oklahoma last night, I saw him on the field with his baby.
It
was Willits, I think.
If I have a kid, I name him Russell Smith Jr., do I automatically get senior status?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That's how that works.
To get another kid.
Yeah.
Just for that reason.
Just going to go over.
Hi, this is The Drive. Russell Smith Sr. punching the time clock.
How about you should go? No, you don't have the credentials, but Russell Smith Esquire would be good.
What does Esquire mean?
Lawyer, right?
Yeah, it's usually an attorney.
Good evening, Squire.
I kind of like Russell W. myself.
And at number 5, an Austrian inventor reportedly spent 3 years perfecting a chain mail armor for sheep that he claims protects the defenseless animals from wolf attacks. He was inspired to create the sheep chain mail by the growing number of wolf attacks in his country and in neighboring Germany. Finally came up with a viable prototype that he had been testing on farms in the Austrian Alps until recently, when the project sparked controversy among sheep farmers. Most of them called the chainmail both impractical from the point of view of overall cost, as well as inefficient in stopping wolf attacks. People worry that the sheep's wool could become entangled with the mesh over time.
That's what I was thinking.
And that wolves would eventually target the exposed parts of the body, such as the legs or head.
Figure that would be kind of self-explanatory as well. Wolves are wolves. Why not get what they've done for thousands of years and get I can't remember the name. They've got breeds of dogs that that protect sheep. Man, it's not sheepdogs. They've got I mean, they have sheepdogs that'll herd sheep, but no.
What was the nursery rhyme we all grew up with? The wolf in sheep's clothing. What was that? You guys don't?
Big Bad Wolf.
I know of.
There was like something about a basket and the
Little
wolf.
Red Riding
Little
Hood.
Red Riding Hood. Yeah.
Kango. That's the breed of the dog. I mean, there's like 10 dog breeds that are they fight off predators for livestock.
I think the chainmail's coming back though, man. That feels like
that'd be great to wear.
It was revolutionary at the time.
Gotta let Bear cook here. It's canine corner time.
Have you ever seen these things? I watch a lot of videos, Bob.
I watch a lot of videos.
They've got these collars they put on them so that the wolf can't bite their throat.
There you go.
Got spikes.
Get those collars
like those
for sheep.
plastic collars that you put on your dog when it has surgery, so it can't like.
No, it's more like a leather strap with like razor sharp spikes that jut out of it.
Jeez.
So if a wolf goes to try and bite your dog's throat, it's going to kill it.
Imagine how much better equipped that wolf would be with chainmail armor going to fight opposing wolves.
I don't know, man.
They could do They could do a whole dog anthology for Game of Thrones.
They could.
Dire wolves.
Yeah. Wolves sneaky big too, as well.
Big animals.
You think you could handle a wolf, Bear?
Hell no.
Aaron Foster said he could.
He did.
Yeah, Mike Tyson said he could take on a silverback gorilla. They're both wrong. They both get killed.
What would your plan of attack be if a wolf cornered you, lunged at you?
I mean, I don't know.
You got to do something, right?
Yeah.
Stand there and let him go for your jugular.
Well, no. I mean, you're going to die.
Try and strangle it like that guy strangling the deer on the show last week.
You ain't strangling a wolf. I mean, they can crush and crush bone. Like pulverize it.
Walker, have you heard that call yet? Who was the guy who called in last? What was it? Was it Tim?
I heard
Tim.
It was
strangled a deer.
Yep.
A rear naked chokehold.
Mm-hmm.
On a date.
On a date.
Got
a deer that he had already hit. And then his date's father field dressed it for him.
I mean, is it not as impressive? I mean, he did hit this thing with an F-250, admittedly. So
on accident.
Call me crazy, but it wasn't like it was exactly a fair fight. I feel like if he hadn't hit the deer with his truck first, that deer might have had a little something for him.
We do have a person in the chat, and I'm wondering if there's a character now, Joshy Boy's Parlay.
Oh God.
And he's very disrespectful to Russ at this point. So
I need this goal, England, man. My parlay is teetering.
They're fighting for it.
on the brink.
So what's Joshy Boy's parlay saying?
Well, the first one, he said earlier, Russ, why are you complaining about the price of donuts when you know you're still going to pay for them? Grow up. Then later,
it's a good point.
He says, Russ didn't know we played Michigan State at home, followed by a clown emoji.
Think I'm a clown? Do I amuse you?
And his latest one, excuse me, is I should replace Russ as host of The Drive. His mind is like Tony B. It's roached.
That's true. The end of that, yes. My mind is going rapidly at a stunning pace.
Rapidly deteriorating.
If this is the real Joshy Boy, though, this is not endearing.
Do you think Joshy Boy could host this show?
No. Well,
3 hours a day.
15 hours.
I mean, I've done tens of thousands of hours of this by now.
Josh, Bob, and Walker.
Oh, you'd be out?
Yeah.
Well,
you'd quit? You wouldn't be here for the Joshy Boy show?
No.
Why not? You scared?
Be unpredictable.
You just still mad about what he said to you a couple weeks ago?
No,
you don't like him?
I like him all right. A little histrionic at times.
GBO Kyle Beach says this is what happens when you don't follow Joshy Boy.
I told him I would decide tomorrow. Don't rush me, Joshy Boy. That's one in the no column, because that's what I'm going to do. Later tonight, sit down, do the pros and cons.
That's good.
Any big life decision, you got to do the pros and cons, right?
Yep.
And right now, Joshy Boy's rushing me, and that's a strike against.
Yeah, Joshy Boy's impatient. That's a
I
con.
don't really know what the strikes for are, but
also, GBO Kyle Beach brought some meaningful information saying from 1985 until 1989, the lottery for the NBA was 7 teams. And from 89 to 2004, it was 9 teams. It moved to 14 teams in 2004, which was past the Hayslip thing. So that confirms Hayslip was the most recent lottery pick we had. And then Dale Ellis fit that criteria too.
But there wasn't a lottery in 83.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking. No, you know who I was thinking? I was confusing it with Allen Houston. Sorry. Explain why Houston.
How much did he miss it by?
He was the 11th pick, so he was he missed it by 4 picks.
Probably, I'd put him in my top
2 picks because it was 9 teams at that point.
I think he'd have a hard time. He's definitely, I think, top 4 all-time best pure shooters.
Allen Houston, the best Tennessee basketball player I've ever seen in my lifetime. I missed Bernard King. I understand that he was better, but Ament, Hayslip, Yarbrough, even
Connect.
I mean, Chris Loft is my favorite player, but Allen Houston was the best. I mean, he was just bro. Allen Houston was the truth.
Silk.
He was awesome.
I wish I had gotten to watch him play, because I've seen highlights of his and know how good he was. It just seemed like he was.
I mean, when he got going, he was almost impossible to stop. He had a duel with, we've talked about it numerous times. He had a duel with Chris Jackson from LSU.
Oh, that's for my money. That might be not only the best SEC player, it might be the best college player I've watched ever. Was Chris Jackson at his peak.
The two of them going at it in Thompson Bowling may have been like the most ridiculous shooting exhibition I've ever seen.
That's a good question. Best college player you've ever seen?
In person or just watch?
Yeah, only watch on TV, like of your lifetime. That's
Bernard probably for me. I mean, I was little, but I was in the building.
I mean, that for me, it's like I mentioned Jackson. Larry Bird is up there.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial because I was a fan, but Chris Webber was dominant for a guy that didn't win a championship. Chris Webber in college was a freak show.
Well, he was a unicorn back then too, because he was so big and he has a great handle. He could pass the ball well,
and he could shoot from the outside, which big guys didn't do in the early 90s.
Yeah, but I think I'm making it. Speaking of Allen and Chris Jackson, whatever I can't remember what his Muslim name is.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
That's it. There was another guy on the floor that night that's probably the most.
Shaq was dominant for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's probably either Shaquille O'Neal or Bernard King for me.
I mean, because I didn't get to watch all those guys in college. The first name that comes to mind for 21st century guys, Zion Mania, the year he was in college, he seemed like the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, he was amazing.
He was unbelievable at Duke in 2018.
The Pete Maravich numbers, and I don't have him. He averaged 45 points a game, I think, throughout his college career with no 3-point line.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll never happen again.
No. I think one of the greatest in single game performances, and it happened right here, was 94 Glenn Robinson in the Sweet 16.
I thought you were going to say Jody Meeks, and I was going to have to throw you out.
No.
Glenn and the big dog.
Big dog.
And Konzo had a.
Yeah. The big dog that year, he was nuts, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was unstoppable.
I love those, like the college, like it's easy to say Shaq, Chris Webber, like these guys, Grant Hill that went on and had great college careers. But I love those players. And Big Dog was a good pro, but he was a dominant college player.
Yeah.
I love those guys who are great college players like Lofton and not necessarily great pros, but
Jimmer Fredette.
I mean,
Jimmer was fun.
I think he went on to have an incredible NBA career, but he was also the dream was unreal at Houston.
Sure.
He was
5
unstoppable.
Slam-a-jamma.
Who were some of those other guys that were just great?
Ralph Sampson in college was
Carmelo Anthony only played 1 year, but he was
special.
He won the national championship.
As much as I hate to say it, Leitner was really a really good college player.
Sure was. I hated him, but yeah.
I will say that was hilarious when he made
Redick.
that shot in Kentucky.
I would say I was rooting for Kentucky in that game.
I wasn't,
because they were just coming back.
I kind of was too. Good. Yeah, they were down a little bit, and I didn't know it at the time. I was young, but it was. I knew there was just something about Duke I couldn't abide.
Yeah. What did they call that Kentucky squad? The Unforgettables.
The Unforgettables, yeah. Pelfrey, Mashburn.
That's a great name for a team.
Darren Feldhouse, Richie Farmer.
The Unforgettables.
He go to prison.
Something like that.
Barkley was pretty damn good at Auburn.
He was.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I threw a hot dog at him, but.
What is this video you sent me for Pause? Bear, this thing looks like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, that's the kind of dog that you don't need chainmail.
That's not a dog, man.
Yeah, it's called a Kangal.
That looks like a freaking dinosaur or something modern day.
You don't need chainmail. You just need one of those dogs to protect your sheep.
Wow.
Birds are dinosaurs. Knoxville Smiles, local dentistry done right. Shout out to the gang over there, cleaning teeth right now. Special evening hours, open till 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just another way they make it convenient for you to go to the dentist at Knoxville Smiles. Call now to schedule your appointment at 865-539-1776. Just tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. We'll take a quick time out. When we continue, we can open up the phone lines again here at 865-966-3435. Also want to talk about Bears boy Jazz Chisholm and the blow pop last night.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Louisville $30 million athletic department budget deficit and a couple of other things we got to hit on as well when we continue. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
It's official. It's summer. And how does East Tennessee do summer? With your Knoxville Smokies, of course. Only 5 homestands remaining. So if you haven't been to a game yet, what are you waiting for? Next week is a huge week with all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday, Friday fireworks, and then Saturday, we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday. America's favorite pastime and fireworks. Is there a better way to celebrate? And come meet Bluey on Sunday. Don't miss the fun. Get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality.
During the ball game. How's it any different from chewing tobacco?
Well, number one, it's chewing tobacco. Obviously, it's not setting a bad example.
You have a problem with it?
Not really. The only thing I would say is
Aaron Boone said he's pissed.
I think it could be like, what if you have to make a play and you dive and that thing ends up getting jammed in? You could choke on it. It's a choking hazard. But it's not as disgusting as chewing tobacco or sunflower seeds. Those guys spit everywhere.
I miss blow pops. They were delicious.
They still got them at the store.
Go get them.
There's something weird about a 45-year-old man going.
Why? You prefer? Why? Okay, if you had to make a choice, Bear, blow pop or Tootsie Pop, which one?
Probably Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop.
I'm down with Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie
blow pop all day long.
Cherry Tootsie Pop is just.
Oh, you talking about like the little fruit chews?
No.
It
was a sucker, but it had, instead of gum in the middle, it had Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll in the middle.
Yeah, I didn't like those.
I wasn't really picky.
Oh, the Tootsie Pop. Okay, duh. Yeah, that's an iconic candy.
Yeah,
took a minute. I was just blanking.
Great.
I would take the Tootsie Pops and just like suck the fruit stuff on and just throw it away. I don't like the chocolate in the middle.
You don't like Tootsie Rolls?
Nope.
They had the chocolate Tootsie Pop, which was a little much.
Oh, I totally dug those.
I'd like the cherry ones.
I don't really have a problem when it comes to Jazz Chisholm.
I don't know, man.
I think it's that big of a deal
for a franchise that doesn't allow facial hair and other stuff. They gotta buckle it down.
Well, they allow facial hair now.
Not beards, though, do they?
Oh yeah,
really?
They allow beards now.
Neatly trimmed. You still can't have long hair though.
You can have a beard. Starting
has
to go
be very
soft.
neatly trimmed.
Starting to go soft, those Yankees.
Yeah.
They want to win.
That's why I forgot to bring up with Shumpert. His buddy Sylvia is a hardcore Red Sox fan. And buddy, they are
They're
terrible.
tracking for 66 wins total. They're one of the worst teams in baseball.
They lost last night, a 3-run walk-off triple against the Rockies.
Oh.
We need to get Sylvia on again soon just so we can smack talk it.
Yeah.
I saw the Rockies. But does that mean Tony V and the Giants are the worst team in baseball now?
Good question. I don't know.
Hopefully they'll sweep whoever they're facing this weekend.
So go ahead, Bob.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I was going to change the subject. So if you guys want to talk a little baseball, now's the chance to get it out of your system.
I was going to talk about something else.
I love talking about. I can keep talking about baseball.
I'll let you and Bear do that quietly amongst yourselves.
No, they're tied for the worst record in baseball with the Rockies still. Tony Vitello.
The University of Louisville Athletics Department, according to sportsbusinessjournal.com, expects to run a record deficit of about $30 million.
Jeez.
Oh, I've missed it by that much. Its fifth negative balance in 8 years. It's according to, this is from the Louisville Courier Journal. It was $18.8 million more than its $11.2 million deficit in fiscal year 2026. So they're going the wrong direction up there. They're spending money, right, on their basketball team. I don't know about football, how much they're backing Jeff Brom, but basketball famously, like they've beaten us on a couple of guys. Last year, the shooter from Virginia,
Isaac McNeely.
And then this year they beat Kentucky on a couple of guys. Like, they're spending big.
They are.
And they're $30 million in the red.
Is there a guy not getting money anymore?
Papa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
No, that was part of they excommunicated him, right?
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
He got caught saying the word and the hard R, and they said,
there's no coming back from
your
that.
money's no good here anymore.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
Who knew Louisville was a football town, man? They just won their first UFL title last week, the Louisville Kings.
Oh.
What, Bob, you've run big businesses before. What do you do about a $30 million debt? Doesn't somebody get fired at some point?
Yes.
Doesn't somebody come in and say, hey, you don't work here anymore, and we're cutting. We're doing budget cuts. Big time.
And hard decisions have to be made, like removals of some competitive sports too, probably. You've seen that happen with other schools, which stinks. You want to be able to kind of be represented in all the sports, but they apparently spend a lot of money on the big ones, and to the extent that they're losing so much money, they got hard decisions to make, and I don't know if nobody seems to want to make them right now.
I mean, that can't continue.
No.
Eventually, those bills come due. Does the KFC Yum Center go into foreclosure at some point? I would. Bear and I were joking about this before that. I'd call Papa.
Mm-hmm.
Who's joking?
I
wasn't joking. If you're Louisville,
this day and age, you
Papa.
You get away with anything, right? Hey, Papa.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
Sorry about the whole misunderstanding there, whatever happened there.
I've had over 40
rehab
pizzas
him
in the last 30 days.
Yeah, you're going to come out, you're going to give a donation to somebody, to some group or something, and then you're going to cut us a $30 million check, make up this budget deficit.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
Anybody can be rehabbed. I mean, if for instance, if Henry Ruggs makes parole, which he didn't on his first try,
he did not,
for killing that woman and that poor golden retriever, and he still runs anywhere like he used to run, he'll have a job tomorrow, like the day after he gets out of jail.
It's crazy. Now I'm looking at some of these other schools that have deficits that are bigger than Louisville's.
Are you the night commission thing?
Yes.
Who else on there, Bubba?
Number one is Oklahoma, the reigning College World Series champions.
I could see that.
They are operating at a
$48 million.
Almost $49 million deficit.
Aren't they renovating their stadium right now?
Maybe. That's a good point. Rutgers is another one.
It's 47 schools on this list that are in the red. There's a handful of schools that are zero. Athletic department books are infamously nebulous, right? I mean, they
don't like showing profit.
Well, they add up numbers in different ways, count different things. So who knows? But this is, I consider the Knight Commission fairly reputable. Like they're trying to tell the truth, I would say. But they've got us. I mean, we're one of, let's see,
112 schools.
48 through 112, whatever that is. About 60 schools that are in the black.
Yeah.
Alabama has the most profit. They made $32.6 million.
We should have spent some more. Maybe our football team would have been better.
We're the fourth most profitable, though, at 15.9. We'll round up, say, 16 million.
Yeah. Some ticket price hikes will square that away.
Yep.
I mean, Alabama is like, I don't think they're doing much facility wise. You know, they had a big renovation to Bryant Denny a couple of years ago. I mean, that was 10 years or so, something like that.
That's what's crazy. If you think about that, with Tennessee having this kind of surplus and every time you drive through campus, there's all sorts of construction with sporting facilities going on and everything else.
This now you start getting into there's already a push to raise the revenue share limit. And some people say, hey, we should just operate like this like a business, and we should be able to pay whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at that point, I mean, you tell me that Alabama and Florida was second on this list at $20 million profit. Like, you tell me that these SEC schools, these win at all costers, of which we're one, aren't just going to spend all that profit immediately on players. So now everybody's in the red. So I don't know if that's a great idea. Like the thing I learned is just whether it's politicians in Washington or these athletics departments, they'll find the money.
Yeah,
they will find the money. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to find the money. It's really, I mean, I know we have fun with Dr. Danny at times here on this program, but you kind of got to take your hat off. The guy knows how to balance a budget.
It's true.
With a little stashed away for himself.
I'm looking for University of Texas. Are they on here? I cannot find them. Maybe a scoops.
They're a state school, aren't they?
Sure.
Texas.
Big school.
Yeah, so that should be public info.
Make a lot of money, spend a lot of money. Yeah, that's $30 million in the hole, man. If I'm the school president or whoever hires the AD there, I'm like, hey, buddy, you want to walk me through this? Tell me what we're doing. What's the plan here? I mean, you realize we're in the ACC, right? We're in the SEC of the Big Ten. There's not going to be some $50 million bailout check coming around here next year. We gotta tighten our belts here a little bit, right?
But that's kind of the cost of trying to be a player in the ACC when you don't have like the huge fan base of like a Clemson does or a Florida State does to get the money and ticket sales.
Texas at Austin is number 4 on this list at a $26.7 million deficit.
There it is.
Sheesh. But with the ACC, their broadcast deal is so bad that they don't get as much money as SEC schools do to help balance that book.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's like the family, the husband wants a new car because the guy across the street's got a new car. It's like, buddy, you can't afford it.
You can't.
I don't know what to tell you. North Carolina, I mean, there's big name brands running $10+ million deficits. Louisville, North Carolina, Chapel Hill, UCLA, UC Berkeley, Texas, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's is weird. I wonder if that just has to do with if they're doing a renovation because it's hard to think of SEC schools on that list. But also, you said Texas is on there too. I wonder if they're still paying for moving to the SEC and still operating at a deficit from whatever they had to pay for that.
Again, like, are you counting the debts you incur for Lindsey Nelson Stadium? You know, that $100 million, like, that's not paid for.
No.
Doesn't sound like that's on the books.
Texas Tech is operating at a profit. That surprises me.
All their money comes from not the athletic department.
Yeah.
If you've got a guy, if you got a guy that says, hey, man, do what it takes to win. Don't worry about the money. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
That makes your job a lot easier. And Louisville used to have one.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
I mean, you can hear the cheese phlegm.
Bachwinkle says he thinks John Schnatter, Papa, sounds like you.
Like Bear?
Yeah.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
I don't get that.
I don't either.
I don't hear it.
I'm having pizza tonight. Just got the
You
call.
are?
No.
Just got the call from the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Bring
What
in the
kind?
pizza.
You can have an oven pizza, Russ?
No, it's from a local establishment. It's being brought to my house. It will be brought to me and placed before me.
Speaking of pizza, I don't know if you guys saw the news. Yum Brands sold my favorite chain pizza, Pizza Hut.
Really?
I've had
To
over
a
40 pizzas in the
private
last
equity
30
firm,
days.
which has got me.
I mean, this is a
very,
rough day for
very
you
worried.
between the apple pie situation and now Pizza Hut.
All your nostalgia
hanging in the balance.
just getting flushed down the toilet.
Yeah,
Tough
so
go
happy
for Bear
about it,
right now.
Bob.
I mean, if we have bad Pepsi news here in the next day or two, Bear's going to be just completely despondent.
Just be in a shambles. I don't think that would happen.
Take a quick time out here. Coming up, the shocking conclusion of the drive. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board. 966-3435. Back to wrap it up right after this.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where's the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
A report out that Tennessee is trending with a pitcher in the portal right now.
That's correct. According to the On3 transfer portal account on X, it says, I've got to go research it, but it's just dropped in the last 30, 40 minutes. Tennessee is trending to land a transfer portal right-handed pitcher as his decision nears, according to Pete Nakos.
So, I wonder if it's the Espinoza kid from Cal.
Checking it out as we speak.
Oh, did he give a name, actually, like in the report?
Well, that's what I'm looking at right now, and I can't open it on my phone, so I'm going to my I've got an account with On3, but I can't seem to get the login credentials right.
Come on, Bob.
Sorry.
What are you doing over here? You got to have your son come over and fix the computer for you?
No, I'm just
fix your phone.
Walker, go over there and fix Bob's computer.
I'm looking at
the clicker.
I'm looking at the article that they're referring to now on my iPad, and it doesn't mention. It just has a bunch of portal news.
A friend of the show, Brandos, is saying that is Louisville right-handed pitcher Parker Detmers.
I have to look into him.
Missed 2026, but posted a 3.94 ERA in 16 innings.
What is it with these?
I don't know, man. We're taking all these dudes who coming off
busted arms.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Like I say, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Shump says don't panic. He says we got all those dudes he listed in July in years past.
It's true.
No, that was Hunsucker had said that.
Oh.
But
Hunsucker.
it was, but none of those guys were banged up. That's all.
It's true. Speaking of Pete Nakos earlier, we were trying to figure out what the rules are going to be with the new eligibility for guys that are still in college. Nakos had a quote in his article saying that currently enrolled athletes with eligibility remaining after the 25-26 academic year will be allowed to apply the age-based model or continue the previous model's eligibility rules, whichever is most beneficial to that individual.
Wait a minute. That first part, it sounds like there's a little hook in there.
Look, there's going to be a cutoff somewhere.
You have to have eligibility remaining after this year.
Yeah, it's not for the seniors. It's with eligibility remaining after this last year.
Why not just make it simple and make it for all incoming freshmen?
Well, with the incoming freshmen, they don't get to choose. It starts for them. For everyone that's already in college, they can choose or get an extra year.
But if you've had the 4 years already, you can't.
You can't because you don't have any eligibility left after this last year.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's the way it should be.
Yep.
Like the guys who are done with school now, who just graduated, just had their eligibility expire. Sorry. We got to draw the line somewhere, and you guys are the unlucky group. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
But from now on, everybody gets 5 years.
Yeah. So this makes, some of those interesting, like we talked about earlier. Arian Carter could now have an extra year if he wants it. Deshaun Bishop can now have an extra year if he wants to have his fifth-year senior season. Faison, even if he plays this next year, unless he goes
to the
NFL,
5-year guy.
Could be here for 5 years.
5 years of Dwayne Brown. Sign me up.
Got a feeling Faison's plans will be to be in the NFL.
Still
in
get
5 years.
3.
Isn't that wild what Kevin Sweeney was saying about these guys that are borderline second-round picks tonight in the NBA draft would have made much more money coming back for next season playing college ball.
Yeah,
that's probably right.
Like a guy like Ziegler. I mean, Meshack probably is comfortable with his decision as much as he got to play in the league this year. But, Ziegler, God, man, he would have been a $2 or $3 million guy this past season, right?
Yeah.
Like Meshack, he was. I mean, I thought he pretty much said, he had finished college. He was ready to start the next part of his life. He wasn't planning on coming back, even if he could have.
Waldo says, how far do you guys have Team USA going in the World Cup? Bob?
This will be educated. I think they can win a couple more. I think they could get to
Sweet 16.
Would that only get them to the Sweet 16, Walker?
So we have one more group stage game that we got to play against Turkey. Then we're going to have a round of 32 game and then a round of 16 game. So we would play three more
A round
games.
of 16 game is not guaranteed. We lose in a round of 32, it's over. That would be disappointing at this point.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I think we win a couple more games to make Sweet 16.
I think they could go deeper than Sweet 16, I guess. I thought that they were in a position where they had to win like 5 more games, but it sounds like it's more than that.
You only got to win 2 more. You really only have to win
well,
one
I'm
more.
talking about to win the whole thing. You'd have to win, 5 more games, or is it more than that?
5. You don't have to win against Turkey because we've already won.
You
the
have to
group.
win 5 games through the knockout stage. That's a lot of soccer, man.
Yeah, it's 5 games in the span of 3 weeks.
I think that's why Tim Howard said it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I feel like the likelihood is if we get a good draw, round of 32, round of 16, I think we can make our ceiling is probably getting to the quarterfinals and probably losing to a team like Spain because that's who's going to be waiting for us there in all likelihood.
Here's a couple quick factoids that I thought were interesting. One came earlier from, I think it was Kid Huddy, saying that Jay Abernathy, this will be the second school that he's played for that's a defending national champion in his 3 years of college baseball.
Oh, that is cool.
That's an interesting fact.
Wow.
And then also GBO Kyle Beach just said, I did not know this. He said, I meant to mention this earlier. Did you guys realize Oklahoma won the national championship with starting 3 freshman pitchers in the 3 games?
I mean,
wow.
First time it's ever been done.
So much of that, as a casual fan, you just look, well, why not us? Like, we can do that. But
yeah,
it's just fluky, man. That does not happen. Like, freshman pitchers, that Clobber kid got clobbered.
Yeah.
Last night. You saw Appenzeller as a top prospect. You saw how he struggled at times this year. Like, it's just not the norm. And that Mercilus guy, we lit him up.
Yeah.
Up there. And he's over there looking like Doc Gooden in Omaha.
That's wild, man. It kind of blows my mind. Really does.
So you're saying round of 16, Walker, is where it ends for us?
I think quarterfinal. Depending on what that – I think
what is quarters is 8?
Quarters 8.
Elite 8.
Yeah.
I'm going Final 4. I think we make it.
I think it would be cool to just see our guys get to go up against
Spain.
Yeah, an elite team like that. And see how we match up. I think that would be very cool.
Yeah.
Joshy Boy's Parlay says Bear is stupid.
I think Joshy Boy's Parlay is just Joshy Boy.
GBO Kyle Beach says Carmelo Anthony for just 1 year was good. That's the thing about the greatest college players of all time is we'll never see him for more than 1 season anymore.
Yeah.
It's true. Have you seen this video that Tennessee basketball dropped with Barnes coming in and seeing Nate in his suit for tonight?
I have seen it. I haven't listened to sound.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's like
I thought Nate's suit
looks good.
And maybe this is just boomer fashion advice here. These young kids in their suit, we see this everywhere. The NBA just horrible fashion choices made.
Remember what Carmelo wore to his dress?
Jalen Rose famously had a horrible suit.
Oversized suits.
I think Nate's is understated compared to some of the stuff we see these guys.
Yeah, it's fairly conservative, but it looks too big.
I think he looks all right.
Is that the style now? We talked about like the mom jeans are back in fashion, which I don't get. Like,
God, really?
You haven't noticed that? You and I have talked about this.
When have we talked about
on the air? Like, women are wearing jeans like the big baggy jeans again.
Oh no, I thought you meant like the pleated, like the full on. The baggy jeans don't bother me.
I mean, wouldn't you rather see, not to be a total sexist pig up here, but wouldn't you rather see a nice pair of form-fitting like jeans that we grew
Varieties
up?
of spice of life. Does baggy jeans aren't what I would call mom jeans.
Wow.
All right.
When we get into female fashion, that's
you brought it up, Bob.
It's usually when
I did not.
I love how Bob brings his stuff up.
I did not bring up mom jeans. I did not bring up anything about female fashion. I talked about Nate Ament's suit.
I said it looked a little baggy.
I think it looks good.
I think it looks good.
I mean, baggy. Are we talking like David Byrne baggy, right?
No, it's not that.
Stop.
Here's the thing about it is a little David Byrne-esque. I got to
You know
say.
what I mean?
No,
I got to
it's
say.
not.
It's a little big. It's a little big. Look, I'm not ripping on Nate. I hope he goes up high. He's a model citizen. Love him to death. Wish him nothing but the good things. I'm just saying, as a guy who doesn't wear suits,
his shoulders ain't that broad. Go ahead.
But I'm just like suit is when you're getting a suit. I would just say, Walker, you're a young man. You're going to have to buy a suit eventually. If you don't have one already, you're going to have to buy new ones eventually.
You do khakis and a sport coat.
You
right
want
now, don't
you want timeless,
No,
timeless. The suits that looked good in the 1950s, looked good in the 1970s, looked good in the 1990s, looked good now, right? It hasn't changed that much.
70s, I don't know, dude.
He's going with the.
I'm not talking about the big lapels and everything. Like other guys wore regular suits back then too. I mean, go look at Mad Men, like Don Draper. That was a handsome feller, let me tell you. Guy who knew how to wear a suit. But you'll see some choices.
I like the suit. I
like it
the suit
too.
from
Nice.
Nate.
I mean,
It's kind of a throwback.
I've seen it now. It looks like he could bust in the same as it.
It's more of an overcoat
It's
vibe
like a
than like a suit
double-breasted
jacket.
vibe. That's
good.
I mean, is he gonna do this when he gets up
No,
to
you
the-
guys are out of your
You
mind.
guys.
He does not look like David Byrne. He looks like a future NBA star.